I just realized my timer isn't working. Whoops. Sorry, guys. One moment. Give me like a minute. I don't know.
Too.
I'm taking Eyebite, and there's another 6th level spell I'm taking. I have to swap out one.
Level 11
We're
was a
gonna be
good
bouncing
job.
from place to place.
Yeah.
Yep, let's go.
Yep.
I have to set it like you do, though. So we have to like strategically
Oh,
plan
go.
where my word of recall would be a good place to have.
Yeah.
Now I know what you're talking about.
Do I have
So
to
we need
set
to
mine?
talk some strategery. I
you're
think you
talking
do
about-
too.
If
You
you're
have
talking
to know
about
the tree.
teleport
It's seen
via
or
plants, yeah.
destination. Yeah.
Yeah.
So as long as I've seen it, then I could probably not have a set one, right?
They like
Correct, yeah.
they
You
in
can just-
Vox Machina they kind of tweaked that a little bit, and I liked where they ended up having to split because it was a problem. I liked what they did in the Vox Machina with that.
Yeah.
The first time
need-
Lilith used her tree stride. That was dope.
I need a goblet worth $1,000 or 1,000
Well-
gold. A gem encrusted.
I don't know.
gold.
Go to Kaiman. I'm sure it will be there. Anyways, hi guys.
Oh, we're
I
playing
guess-
D&D.
We're
Yeah,
gonna make
yeah,
a
we're
sudden,
playing
we're
D&D.
gonna make a sudden detour. We're just gonna go-
Everyone's realizing, yeah,
we
level
do.
11. You get a lot of teleporting spells across the board, which is great. But you need to know where you're going to teleport there. And I will keep an eye on that.
We've been
Bring
Jade
it in
Barrow a
some-
million times. It's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah, but we already have established you can teleport there. It's fine. Mister has a circle there now.
In
Anywho,
my mom's living room.
right in the kitchen. Anywho, welcome back, everybody. Before we start, we have a couple announcements, which we didn't talk too much before we started because I realized we were running late. Oh well. First one is we don't have a Celeste today. She's already been angry taking second and not first. She will probably maybe be in chat. But this bitch is busy. How dare. Going off of that, next month is gonna be hella fucking busy for like a bunch of us. So we're probably gonna take a break and or do like a mini adventure or one shots, or maybe try out Pathfinder because we've been saying it for a long time. I don't know. That's what we haven't talked about before the session. I forgot to talk to you guys about it, but that's fine.
It'll be a break from this.
Yeah, it'll be a break from this
series.
I know,
Story.
Penguin, you're like moving fucking halfway through the month, and there's a lot going on. A lot of holidays and shit.
Yeah.
Birthdays.
Sister's graduating. I might be moving.
There we go. See?
You might be moving too? Did not.
Yeah, I might be moving back home.
Yeah.
Oh.
So it's a lot going on. So yeah, if you aren't already, make sure to be in the Discord because I will announce when we figure shit out there, and that way you know. Anywho, on to actual D&D. Welcome to session 83 of Princess Apocalypse with the Ditherers of Dismay. I realize an extra side announcement. Me and Pyro both have been sick, so if our voices kind of cut out or get weird, just ignore it.
Solid advice.
Yeah.
Anyways, our last session last week, our wonderful group maybe made some apologies and amends to what happened the prior day, making things maybe possibly worse, looking at you, Joel and Amethyst. Some very good rolls. You were let, or Amethyst was given the information that Larocque and or possibly Helen Ray was well aware of your presence in the town, and was going to come for you bitches. And instead of fighting them like Amdrus really wanted to, was trying to push, but wasn't there to real push the party, y'all said, fuck that shit, ignoring our consequences again, and went invisible and flew away.
I had a great time in San Diego, but I'm sad I missed out on last week's session.
Well, it's fine. Now you have a higher level monk chasing after you. It's fine.
I got very drunk. It was a lot of fun.
Well, I'm glad. And slightly jealous, but that's fine. But
Don't you
anywho.
get drunk weekly playing Apex? What's happening here?
No, I haven't in a while. Thank you. I'm not an alcoholic.
It's not alcoholism. It's called content.
Right, exactly. You are 100% correct. You guys flew off with a divination spell giving you a vague direction towards the south into the trees past the river. With a walking through the forest, as you had the feeling, Joel, that flying over won't help. You won't be able to see it because of the trees. You guys landed and began to walk through the forest. You had a good day, and during rest, you guys saw little lights in the trees. And in the morning, after your guys' long rest, they attacked. You got attacked by little lights, little will-o-wisps. You guys were rocking, and then they rocked you, and then because you guys couldn't hit them, and they had like 3 hit points. Which was really funny, being like, oh, this will be over right away. And then it was like, oh, another 2 rounds? Okay. That is where we're going to be picking up. You guys are just done the battle and had your breakfast, had coffee, all that. Packed up, and you guys are heading out. I forgot to get an extra roll. We did roll for the day encounters before when we leveled up. I forgot to say that in the recap. Y'all leveled up. And I would like somebody to roll a d6 for me.
I'll do it. 3.
3. Cool. All right. And with this, I ask, are you guys just heading in a vaguely south direction? Or what?
Sounds about like us, I would say.
Does anybody want Starbies while we're out?
Well, I would like one person has to helm this. I would like a survival roll from somebody to make sure you guys are going the right direction, following a south direction.
I can do it. I have
Okay.
a +4 in survival.
All right.
Plus, I was the one that saw, so maybe.
That's true. That's true. Makes sense.
22.
22. All right. All right. Well, you guys kind of head off. Joel kind of watching where the sun is rising and everything, kind of figuring out what direction to go. You guys start heading kind of through the thick of the forest, and I will say, because you guys flew over it before, and the only time you guys have really walked through the Nightthorn Forest, at least recently, I say it was a while ago with Larock and whatnot. It wasn't this dense. It is very, very dense in the middle of the forest, which I can actually move you guys. Once roll 20. Okay, hold on. Roll 20 is loading because I had to refresh. Rude.
So it wasn't this dense prior?
Yes.
Or-
So like when you guys were walking through it, it was a thick forest, but now it's like a real thick forest. Now that you guys are kind of in
Oh, I see. I see.
the thick of it.
Would you say it's thick with 2 C's?
Yes.
With 2 trunks.
Damn.
With 2 trunks, yeah. Yeah, as you guys kind of head further and further south, heading closer and towards the water, or the river, it is getting like thicker and thicker. All right, well, is there anything you guys would like to do during this day, by the by? Anything that needs to be happening?
Well, I think I would probably at some point while we're walking feel bad and let Amdrus know that he has a dickicorn drawn on his face still.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Amdrus. It seemed funny at the time, and it kind of was. But you have a
I'm sorry,
dickicorn drawn on your
There's a what?
a dickicorn drawn on your face.
What is it? I'm not. That's not real. That's not a thing. What's it?
It's a unicorn with a dick.
I'm sorry. I'm very tired. There's a penis drawn on my face.
Well, a horse with a penis horn. A dickicorn.
Damn, I wish I had prestidigitation.
Yeah, right, because you took Druidcraft.
Same.
I would like to spend whatever amount of time the DM feels is necessary to like scrub it away.
All right,
As best
yeah.
I can.
As you guys are kind of walking, you can,
It's like,
and it doesn't take long to like smudge it. I mean, it's been a day already, and you have slept in, like outside.
it's already
So-
like.
It's already kind of smudged, but you just kind of smudge it more, and you get a good chunk of it off. But it just looks like a kid just smudged a bunch of.
I imagine there's
ink
like a
on 'em.
pillow in Amethyst's lantern that just has like black ink all over the top of it at some point.
Probably yes.
Carry that.
All right. Well, as you guys continue to kind of walk, and as you are kind of wiping this off, you all kind of notice very quickly it is like really hot today, and it's like every hour or even less it seems to be getting hotter and hotter, and it kind of helps with the smudging and wiping off as kind of sweat is beginning to form on your forehead. These are kind of wiping it off.
So it's just getting thicker and thicker and hotter.
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Just waiting for that.
I'm
Um,
feeling that vibe. Yeah.
And I would like to ask who all is wearing medium or heavy armor.
That Me.
Amdrus and Joel. Cool. I need you all to make a Constitution saving throw. Joel, Amdrus, you have disadvantage. Zephyr, you have advantage. Because you are resistant to fire.
You said con?
Con save, yeah.
17.
Okay.
Oh, 17 as
13.
well.
13.
It would have been 17 if I'd been able to roll straight.
Damn gays.
I know.
Not as good.
I know.
You
Amethyst
said
has
it.
a straight roll.
Oh, yes. And then Amethyst also, yeah.
Straight roll.
Yeah.
I got a dirty 20. She got 19.
19. Okay.
Take another
Um,
point of exhaustion.
As you guys are kind of traveling throughout the day, actually, and can somebody roll me a percentile as well? Because that's fun.
I feel like I already rolled. Somebody
Sure,
else
I
take
got it.
advantage.
Yeah, I think that's your turn, Pyro.
93.
93. Okay.
Jeez. Hey, big roller.
My one of the night.
There you go. As you
Just
guys
misses moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As you guys start kind of traveling and throughout the day and throughout the kind of searing heat of the day, it's like extreme heat. There is like no wind, there is no escaping it. You guys are all just sweaty and hot, and walking through a thick, dense forest is not helping. There are bugs everywhere. Dirt is just getting on everything every time you guys slightly move. And
Absolutely not.
surprisingly,
James not having it.
yeah. Surprisingly, as the DC was 12, nobody gains a point of exhaustion.
Thank fucking Christ.
In fact, Zephyr, you're probably like, yeah, this is still pretty fine. As you are resistant to
Zephyr's
fire,
like-
and you're like,
Zephyr's
"Nah,
like,
this is
nothing's
okay.
changed.
This
Yeah.
is okay. This is a nice day.
Zephyr's the one who suggested we go hiking at 5 a.m. and we were all like half drunk the night before, like, yeah, let's do it. Now we're all like hating it.
That is also just Penguin. Being the one to suggest go hiking, yeah, that's Penguin also.
So we got to get out there early before it gets hot, guys. So we got to leave at 5.
I will say, who's all proficient in nature? I
I
believe
am.
Zephyr and Joel. I don't know who else. That team as well.
I have Jack of all trades. Does that count for anything?
No.
Are you
Amethyst
fully
too.
proficient?
Oh, okay.
I'm half proficient.
So everybody but Amdrus.
Yeah.
Everybody.
Listen, somebody in this group didn't have to be a fucking crunchy granola hippie. Let's go.
Says the one that probably carries trail mix and
No.
granola
Yeah.
on them and
I know. I
coffee
actually,
and everything.
out of my big daddy mug.
There you go.
Word.
I will say most of you can guess that, like, and I mean, sure, Amdrus, you could probably guess at this.
Surmise.
I surmise through everybody else also probably saying it. But everyone else, you could tell that, like, how hot it is and how, like, dry it is as well. Like, while it's very, like, there is no wind or anything and it's very moist on you guys as yourselves as you're sweating, the grass and everything is very dry and brittle. I will just give you guys this because almost all of you are proficient or half. Fire attacks today might cause a little more damage than you would expect on the surrounding environment. And in a
I could
thick
do some
forest, wildfires are probably very quick to happen.
Gotcha. So
I feel
I'll
like
cast
Amdrus.
produce flame and throw it at Zephyr.
I feel like Amdrus has
Instead
like,
of snowball fight, it's produce flame fight.
Yeah, let's have a firefight. Zephyr.
Fire fight.
Did I take that? I think I did.
You win.
Zephyr just summons Zindig just to get that boost of fire damage.
What? Who, me?
Never. All right, and I need to make another roll. Goddamn. Oops, that was the wrong dice. It's probably a good thing. All right. But as you guys are all traveling through most of the day, even when even like after like sun high, kind of as it's starting to get later in the day, it doesn't really get cooler. I would like all of you to make either perception or survival checks. It's up to you.
Here we go. Perception with disadvantage. Jesus. That's a 9.
Zephyr, what'd you get?
Hold on, I'm looking at
Oh.
Celeste's. Zephyr got a 12 and Amethyst got a 14.
14. Okay.
I did survival. I say she did perception.
Okay. Sorry. I immediately forgot everything you just said. What'd you get, Sorry, Zephyr. What'd you do?
I did survival and I got a 10, and Celeste got 14 for perception. For
Okay.
Amethyst.
Okay. Joel, what'd you get?
I got a 10 in survival.
Okay. Amdrus.
I got an 18 on perception.
Okay. And Atim.
25 perception.
25. Okay.
I would have beat your ass if I'd been able to take my high roll.
I will say, as you guys are kind of walking through the day, and a good chunk of the day has gone by. Most of you, I feel like, Joel, you're probably very focused on heading south and trying to remember what you had seen in that vision, to kind of go, and you don't really notice. The rest of you, though, start to hear and see, or not see, hear the rushing of water, kind of in the distance. Everything okay?
My dog is knocking on the door with his tail.
Yeah.
It makes sense. And you're going probably right towards it. Your direction, Joel's direction, is probably still good, but you're getting close to the river. And you guys, those that grew up around here, so everyone but Zephyr and Amethyst, you would know that this river that cuts through the Nightthorn Forest, especially this far over, is anywhere between 7 to 8 miles wide.
Ooh.
A small afternoon swim.
Yeah.
In a raging river.
As it gets closer and closer to kind of the ocean, it begins getting wider and wider. And it probably gets to about 8 miles wide. So depending on where you guys are going or where you're currently at, it could be about that. Do you guys just plan to walk until you see it?
I mean, that was the plan. It's just keep going. So we know it's on the other side of the river, right?
Yeah, your
Like, that's
vision
what
had
Joel's vision
gone
does.
past the river, yeah.
Okay, thank you. Just thank you for clarification.
And I would say it probably takes less than the hour to start to really hear it. A lot of you just kind of picked up on it, you would start to see this kind of the trees begin to split and just a massive gap of water.
Perfect. Side of water, running to it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Gotcha,
think it's
go-
hot enough. Yeah.
Gotcha, go jump in it.
It's like a decent kind of way down. You kind of have to like carefully go down a bit. It's not just like a nice river at this point,
Why
but
do I feel like Atim would like jump and then feather fall his ass like down to the edge?
So fucking loosely.
there we go. Yeah, you just see him just jump and just with what wind he can conjure, it doesn't help the heat. It just blows the hot air around you, which sucks. But then you land in the water, and it's immediately like so nice and cooling.
Sure. How do I climb down, DM? Do you want to check for that or?
Because you guys are hot and sweaty, yeah, make an athletics check.
Okay, that's a 12. And that's a 2, so 9.
9. Beautiful.
12.
Zephyr, are you going?
I think I'm gonna just chill.
You're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
And Amethyst will just kind of chill with you. But Asim, as you kind of float down, you see Amdrus kind of weakly and like slipping on things, and there isn't like, because of how both the weather but also how the river is just kind of corrodes the ground, there isn't like a lot of good road. What did I say? There isn't a lot of like rough terrain. It's kind of slippery, and you do just kind of slide down. Joel, you kind of watch Amdrus like slowly to go down, and then just slide, and you take not to go down that way, and you slowly make your way, and you're able to. But Amdrus,
Yeah.
take only 2 points of damage.
Wow.
I rolled two ones. Look at you.
Look at that. That makes sense for me sliding. It's just a lot of
Just
scrapes.
kind of like ow. Yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys can
You're doing well.
wash up in the river is kind of fairly strong, so you guys would have to be fairly careful not to just get whisked away, but it's not too hard.
I was like, can I just like hang out on the bank, like take off like the top part of my armor, like the half plate that I have?
Yes, you can, Amdrus. You definitely can. We will take the time to let you take your top off if you would like.
Just like leather pants and like just laying on the bank, like, oh.
Yes, yeah.
I declare.
It was at this moment
Oh my god.
I think it's like, is
that
that
Joel
just hot?
realized.
All right, and you guys can clean up,
What's
wash
that
up,
stupid song that like
cool down.
it's like ring out on the silky twilight, whatever that stupid song was from like the early 2000s, like whenever the girl came down. Exactly that one.
Oh,
That is
Yes,
exactly
I know.
playing as I'm taking the half plate
Oh
off.
yes.
I did not know the song, but yes, I got
I
that. Yes.
do know that song.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that song.
I
Yes,
know
yeah.
now. Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Well, there's still probably a good chunk of daylight.
Mhm.
Do you guys want to call it an early night and set up some camp as you guys are washing up, or how you gonna get across this river?
I would like to just hang out and enjoy this, and then see if I can't catch some fresh fish out of the river, or something.
Sure. Do you have a? How are you gonna do that?
I
have
think
magic.
you're a whiny, tired little
Sure.
baby.
I was gonna
We
say
should
I
press
have
on
that
early.
wave. I have that wave pool. I can just pull the water towards me
All right.
and like
Make
try to
I
catch
can just
fish that way.
walk. I could just walk right across it.
this is
Yeah.
true.
Come on, let's go.
Well, all right. If are you guys settling down and having camp here then?
Yeah, I would.
You,
like
you wouldn't have to
I
have
don't-
camp. You would not be able to have camp like on the bank. It would be too narrow.
Right.
But you guys can
We have to
go,
go
back
back
up and do that.
I want to try to catch some fresh protein for everybody.
Sure. Make an Arcana
Yeah.
check
You
because you're using magic.
guys lose that temp HP
fuck
by
me.
now, so you can get rid
Oh
of that. By the
yes,
way.
yeah. You guys wouldn't have that 20 HP left.
Well, it was a natural 20 and then a dirty 20. So
Okay. It takes. You haven't used this power too often. You've done it sporadically here and there. So like actually focusing and like figuring out how it really works is actually kind of good training, and you're able to catch a good chunk of fish. Enough for your party.
I was gonna say, could I assist if I saw he was struggling a little bit or like starting to fish?
I mean, yeah, you can totally.
I want to wild shape.
Oh yeah. Oh, what
And-
do you wild shape into?
I'm gonna just wild shape into an octopus and try to like just grab stuff and throw it out on the shore.
Okay. So like as you are kind of like getting these fish, just random fish will just kind of like fly out. I would love, oh god, I don't even know. Survival, I guess, from you, Zephyr, but I feel like you would have advantage as a octopus.
I mean, it's the same number. It's still +8.
Yeah.
I don't think I have
So
advantage, but
yeah,
I could camouflage, so
yeah, that's what I mean. I feel like you would have advantage, so you can make a survival check with advantage.
ayo.
I'm just gonna burn all of my wave surges for the day. We'll
Yeah.
just That seems fair.
Yeah, that's fine.
23.
23. Yeah, so as you're like, oh, this is kind of working, you'll just see like fish fly and like almost hit you, like land near you, and you're just like,
Christ.
what is happening? And you'll just see like once in a while these like octopus tentacles just grabbing, like way more than you did, and a lot faster. And you guys have plenty of fish now for everybody.
And
Perfect.
then I feel
'cause-
like after a little bit, I want to pop out of the shore. Oh my god, I just have like a mermaid or a little mermaid like type of like thing. I was just like, how does that? Do you need more fish?
No, I think that's plenty. That'll definitely. Jesus, we're gonna have to dry some of this.
Beautiful. Zephyr, you also have the gatherer feat, right? You're like Outlander.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, I always forget.
So she probably Zephyr probably got like double, maybe triple what you had gotten. So you guys have lots of fish for each other now.
Wait for the road.
Yeah.
I love it. Is that enough?
Because I believe that gets enough for up to like 6 people when you forage for food or
5
something.
people.
5 people.
5 people.
Yeah. So plus you got over 20, so worked. All right. So you guys having fish for dinner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Little fish. Oh fuck! I wish I had. I was gonna say like, can I make like a ceviche? But I don't think
Oh,
I have
that is-
tomatoes.
Oh, yes.
Don't know what that is. Sorry.
I was like, I don't think I got tomatoes, DM.
It's
So
okay.
let's just keep going.
You do have a magical bag of spices, so I mean, who
Yeah.
knows?
You need citrus for ceviche
You
too.
need citrus.
I thought
Yeah.
we had a lemon.
Need like lemons and limes.
I mean, that's fair. I
Zephyr
don't
has
know.
the gatherer feet. Zephyr, can you go try to find lemons and limes in the deep dark forest?
Yeah, you don't think you
I
would
feel like
be
It's like a
cheeky
random lemon tree somewhere.
yeah,
I was
just like
gonna say,
5
could I
feet.
do,
Like,
like do druidcraft and like see if
I was
there's
gonna say,
anything around and just
Everybody,
like
sure.
everybody
make-
combine your druid craft.
Make
Yeah.
a
Can we-
wisdom
Yes.
check.
Can we combine our druid craft and bloom a tree in like an hour?
Not quite,
Like,
but
what,
You sprout.
what is it?
You,
it's just straight wisdom. Just
Okay.
roll
You
a
don't-
wisdom
you
check.
don't-
Yeah.
tree, you sprout
19.
one lemon
Um,
seed.
Exactly.
Yeah. So you take some time and you start something that you think might be like some kind of lemon tree or something, and you got something going, which is great.
Right.
Also,
I'm gonna tend to this plant.
Celeste says, as Amethyst just comes and creates a bunch of lemons and tomatoes with create food and water.
I
Perfect.
forgot.
Yes. Thank you. That's perfect. I will make a ceviche for everybody.
There you
go.
It'll be delicious.
It'll
I
be so
feel
good.
like
She just goes,
because
here.
of I feel like because of Amethyst's character, I feel like she would also try to drop a couple of like the lemons next to the tree that I was trying to plant
Yeah, 100%.
for
Like,
encouragement.
oh, it works. Look, you're doing great. Yeah, 100%.
Look at you did it. Oh my god.
Yeah, there you go. All right. Well, is there anything you guys would like to do? Are you guys planning on having an early night then, or are you guys doing anything before watches, or what's the plan?
Okay, it's the beach episode.
It is.
Yeah.
It is the beach episode. You're correct. Anything happening?
Right. Time to have our heartfelt moments and fighting with each other.
Yeah. That's why I was asking if you guys were doing anything.
No.
Now is the time to roleplay.
Amdrus is still fucking exhausted. Like he just made
Oh, yeah.
like with the help of Amethyst, he's like, I call it ceviche.
And just falls
Enjoy.
asleep. Just
Yeah.
falls over and
Like he eats his fill, like he eats his bowl, and it's like, that was delicious. Puts it down and then just
yeah.
Conks out.
Do
Conks
you put up the bubble while you're cooking, like before you start cooking, or after?
no. I will put up the bubble after I cook because we have to go down because we have to fish and then bring everything up and then start cooking. So it would have been after.
Okay.
After the dinner time.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
I wonder if Amethyst can create food and water some tiramisu.
I don't know.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's
Just like a light dessert.
I will
I need heroes
say.
feast so bad. Anyways, continue.
Yeah. I was gonna say I don't know. I don't know if you can quite do that. It's not quite a hero's feast.
Yeah.
All right.
but it's a
Um,
feast made for
Heroes
heroes.
feast. It's not a hero's feast, but it's a feast made for heroes.
Yes, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. Well, as everyone finishes your food, and as hot as it is starting to. The sun is starting to kind of set, and it's getting a little cooler. Still hot. Still mucky. Probably will be hard to sleep in, but you have a bubble that can set the temperature, which is great for you guys. And lucky, because you would have to make another Constitution saving throw.
It is a cool tropical 76 with a light breeze.
There we go.
Nice.
And it
Alright.
smells like fish.
And it smells like fish.
Oh yeah.
I said tropical already, Coco.
Are we?
Oh, you know what is something
fair, yeah.
I totally forgot about? I would like Zephyr, Joel, Amdrus, please make a retroactive perception check.
Beans and rice.
Joel, you'll have disadvantage because you were
Natural
focusing
20.
on navigating. You rolled a lot of those there already, Fire. Jesus Christ.
Well, because one of them fell off, but it was a natural 20 and then a 13.
Oh, that's
natural
what I
22.
mean. You've been rolling a lot of natural 20s. Oh my god.
I know. I like these dice. I need to get past the not having
The exhaustion?
disadvantage on checks. Yeah.
No, I'll keep it up, don't worry.
We'll find ways.
We'll
Yeah, I was
find a
like,
way.
you've been trying. You've been trying, DM.
I mean,
Hey.
you still roll pretty well with it because
Yeah,
you're plus 9 to like everything.
Exactly. Zephyr, what'd you
Not
get?
everything.
21.
21. Joel,
13.
13. Amdrus,
22.
22.
See,
Zephyr, sorry, what did you get again? I'm stupid.
21.
21. 21 and 22, Amdrus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry.
I will say. Hold on.
He's like, you're exhausted, so how do I make this make sense?
Well, I let the dice decide. I will say that throughout the traveling, because I forgot about this, with the hot weather and the bugs attracted to the sweat and everything, Zephyr and Amdrus, you notice none of them bothered Atim. In fact, Zephyr, you're the only one that noticed that if they got close, they dropped out of the sky dead.
The bugs?
The bugs, yeah.
Okay.
I feel like you have like a weird anti-life aura.
I don't know what you're
I-
talking about.
I feel
I
like
don't
if
know
I
anything.
noticed this, I would be confused, but I would probably be staring at you, Atam.
Atim, you wouldn't even notice. I'm sure. I'd say they get no closer than about 10 feet from them before they drop. If they do.
Right. Okay.
Anyways, fast forward to the beach episode. And you guys
Okay.
have a nice dinner. Who's doing first watch? Or who's doing watches?
Not Amdrus. I
I'll
will
take first
last.
watch. I'll take
I got
first.
last.
Amdrus last,
I'm
Joel
gonna do
first.
one with Atam.
All right, Atim and Joel second,
We're gonna
or Atim and Zephyr second then.
Second? Yeah.
All right. And to make things easy, Amethyst will go with you, Joel,
Okay.
and you can have advantage on your check here.
Okay.
So make a perception check.
Yeah, the
with
yeah the bard
advantage.
doesn't need it.
I think I have
I
night
mean-
vision.
That's a good point. That's
22.
fine. 22. Okay. Obviously, I'm gonna state this because I clearly needed to in my last campaign. Knowing the player is not here, and I'm not gonna do a lot of role playing for it. Anything you would like to do? Please don't role play with the character that's gone for an hour and a half. Hunka.
No, I'm good.
Oh,
Coco's like, tell me your life story.
literally
Only you.
what Hunka did. We had someone that wasn't there, and they had to watch, and they were like, "Let me role play with this character for an hour and a half," and I was like, "Okay." God damn it.
That's beautiful. I love it. That's chaos energy.
But I just was like,
big dick energy right there.
one word answers the whole thing. I was like, "Nah, I'm not engaging. Thank you." All right. Anything you would like to do? You said no.
I'm good.
Are you doing your role?
Yeah, I was gonna do that.
Okay.
Come on, Pelor.
Hey, gotta get an 11 and lower now. So, you did.
I got an 8.
You did. So, this is gonna be totally changing things. Guess who hasn't thought too much more into this?
I've been doing this for weeks. You should have thought about it.
I have,
I haven't
but
thought about it either. I don't know.
this is great. This is great.
He's
So,
spinning. He's spinning. He's spinning.
Freaking out.
so, Joel,
I'm gonna mute. You guys have fun.
during your watch, probably, I assume you left the bubble because you normally do when you do your prayer, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it being hot, you probably, I imagine, went down to the river a bit to keep it as cool as you can. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Nice. Yeah, that sounds nice.
I ask, what do you ask? What do you say?
I asked what I've asked every single night for
Yeah?
Peller's help with getting Mariana back. Be it tell me how to do it or give me a tool that I need that will make me get it easier, but I need to help Amdrus, and we need to get Mariana back, or know that there's no hope. Like one or the other,
Gotcha.
kind of thing.
All right. And it's sad that
I just noticed Amdrus's background.
it's sad that the person on watch isn't going to actually be here to comment on this. But Joel, while you kind of do this prayer, kind of keeping your hands in like kind of the cool water, hoping to cool yourself down. You kind of close your eyes, saying this prayer as you have been every night. And that heat, the warmth is there, but that like sticky, sweaty heat that's been on you disappears in an instant. And all you feel and hear are the rushing water on your hands and that kind of warmth. And when you open up your eyes, you see what looks like a white sun. Like you kind of have to blink a bit until you get used to just the bright light in front of you. Some immense sun, like you were just staring at off the planet, like super close kind of thing. And as your eyes begin to adjust, in the middle of this sun, you see a silhouette. And it's Mariana. And it almost, in this moment, you can see when that kind of sphere of magical energy that looked like water exploded. It is almost like you took a video and slowed it down, and you can see the moment it impacts Mariana, and you can see that something gets pulled back into the water. And you hear a voice in your head that sounds like yours layered with somebody else. And you've felt this before. This is familiar. And it says, her body was destroyed, turned to water. But her soul is bright. this soul's trapped beyond your reach, in a plane of water, under the command of the great wave. A being as ancient as I. You will see kind of the almost like vision in the sun kind of switch, and it's almost like, it's not really, how do I explain this? It's not really like anything specific, but you are getting the sense of traveling through the plane. Like, you've never felt that, but you know it to be you traveling. This kind of image or vision or feeling is traveling past the material plane into a second plane. And as you do, you hit water, and while you can hear it and you can feel it, or you can hear it and you can see it, you don't feel it around you, and you just feel this like immense, or see this immense ocean that is never ending. You look up, and there is no surface. There is no, it just turns to darkness. If you look down, there is no end to it. And you will see a head opens up this kind of almost like a window in this water, kind of like a bubble of a window. And you will be looking out to that same image, or a same vision. You can see yourself, you can see your group, as if you're looking through that bubble, that orb. And again, you'll hear that voice, and it will say, "The elements are unbalanced. Too much power is being drawn from them. You had destroyed one gate to be able to get to her, close the others. And like that, it's like you are pulled out of the water. You hear the rushing of the water, and then it switches to the kind of the sound of like the blazing sun, and then you're back, and you are just sweating, like more than you were before. And you have no idea how long or how much time has passed, and you feel like you've been sitting there for an hour, and your like legs are like, and all your joints are like really stiff, but you're back into the material plane, and your vision is back. You're kind of just like almost like pushed and junted back into your body. And
Was wild.
if anyone was awake, so technically Amethyst, but Celeste is not here. Anyone awake would have noticed a massive beacon of light hit down right where Joel was from the sky. Just a pillar of pure light. And then it just vanished. It was only there for a couple minutes, but very noticeable as it's starting to get darker.
I was about to say, did you just accidentally, like, hello, we're here, Black Earth Brigade, we're over here.
Well, I didn't know that shit was gonna happen.
I mean, on a long enough timeline, it was bound to happen, my friend.
Is this true? And Joel?
Worth it. Worth it.
As Joel
We're on
says
the
to
right
himself.
path. Yeah, we're doing what we need to do. We need to crush these fucking cults, and doing so, we'll be able to get Mariana back. We're gonna get more powerful. We're gonna save the world, and we're gonna get Mariana back. Fuck yeah, that's exactly what. Like, just for me, just the fact that we know that it's a possibility that Mariana can come back is huge, because it's been such an open thing. We haven't had like maybe, maybe not. Maybe we need to know the right people. And just the fact that I know that there's a possibility to get her back is a big deal.
All right.
What's with that smirk?
Nothing. And you kind of get up and stretch, and your joints crack and pop, and you feel very stiff and awkward as you felt so light and free, and now you're just back in your mortal body, hot and sweaty and awkward.
Stupid meat sack.
Yeah.
Guess I'd go back to the bubble.
Yeah. I will say
Just
you
stare off
feel
into, like,
yeah, you feel exhausted.
You don't want to ask like 20 questions to Amethyst about her side of the situation, what she saw.
The beam of light for Amethyst at least didn't last long, but Joel, you were down there for a very long time, so most of the day went by, or most of your watch went by, and yeah, you feel like you've been up all night.
Okay.
It very much drained you, having such a direct connection to your god. And yeah, unless there's anything more you would like to do, your watch.
Yeah, that's a pretty good watch. Yeah, I'm good. Thanks.
Yeah. I've been waiting for it. I had a vague idea of what I would do. Just never wrote something out, and I should have.
And that's also why I always rolled that roll digitally, because I wanted, like, I didn't ever want there to be a question. I always wanted to see the digital number there too.
Yeah.
Because Snap probably would have gave it to me sooner, to be honest. But because Snap is
That's
the best
true.
of us.
That's true. That's what you call weighted, but
You're scared.
They're weighted with love.
Right. Still weighted.
Wow.
No, I'm just kidding.
With
On a
love.
percentile?
Yeah.
On a percentile? Oh,
Pyro, that's the joke.
I know.
Just kidding. But yeah.
I'm sick, okay? I'm just a little slow.
Good point. I'm sorry. I'll take it back. And your watch will come to an end. Relatively calm. You know, besides the fact that you just had a direct talk with your god.
Yeah. It's been a while.
Yeah, it has been. And Atim and Zephyr, you are woken up to a very obviously drained and exhausted Joel. Like, he is very clearly like a long day at work kind of thing.
Wild hair. Just
Go
like,
for a night swim.
Are you okay?
I just talked to God. No big deal.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
And there's just
Get
like a
some
slight
rest.
shimmer to him,
You are glowing.
even though he's exhausted.
Well, he did say that we can get Mariana back, so that's pretty exciting.
Wait. Oh, so you had the talk.
I had the talk.
So
Yeah.
you have some good direction?
Yeah, we just have to basically close the 4 different portals. We've done one already, so we just have to keep on that path. And then her body is destroyed, but her soul is being held in a, like, past the plane of water, basically. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Does that make
okay.
sense?
So there's more. Like the one we encountered. Okay.
Yeah, we
Well,
have to
that's good
close
know.
the other portals.
I'm sure Amdrus would love to hear the news.
Yeah, I'm sure. But yeah, and then I'll just go into full detail and tell them everything in full detail about the dream, just so.
Like
You know,
falling
they're-
asleep as you're telling it.
Yeah. And just so everyone else is aware, because I'm sure Coco, you are, you now cannot make a roll for 7 days because you made a
Holy-
contact with your god.
Worth it.
Absolutely.
And you can do it once a day, and once it's done, or once it's used, you can't use it for a week.
Yep.
It's okay.
All right. Well,
That's like 2 sessions. With the way that we travel.
yeah. All right. Well, Joel ends up falling asleep after his story, and Amethyst as well. And Zephyr and a team, you are left to your own devices. I would like either one with advantage or both with perception checks. And what would you like to do? I don't know if Penguin froze or if they
Yeah, I don't know
are
either.
just very still. I'll
Froze.
take that as a frozen.
Yeah, definitely froze.
Yeah.
I
Oh
will
no.
roll.
There we
go.
go.
You're back. You're back.
Side-
You're
It
back.
I
was not
just
a
like-
bad face to freeze on either.
It really
was
wasn't.
just like
You're good. You're
Yeah,
back.
you were
now?
just like chilling. Yeah, you're good.
Yeah, you're like just relaxed.
You're good.
Oh my god, it went dead silent. I was like, what just happened?
Yeah,
Um,
you're good.
Joel went to detail, went to bed. Now it's you two. You can roll perception checks, or one of you with advantage. And what are you guys doing after being told
well,
Marion's
Yes.
still alive?
Shit,
Technically.
that was not great.
uh,
you-
19.
Perfect. Mine was 14.
Okay.
After this, Ataim would probably just get up, go out into the night, leave the tent for a bit, realize that it's still gross.
Yeah.
It's not as gross.
Yeah,
I
it's
feel like
not as
after you-
gross, but it's still like as soon as you walk out, it's just like heat. And you're like, oh,
Yeah.
because you're so used to the nice cooled bubble.
It's almost like you're like inside a movie theater or a mall, and then you step outside and
You
somebody
step
like,
outside
oh,
and you're
fuck.
like,
Yeah, it's
Damn it,
exactly
why'd
that.
Why'd I leave?
Yeah, you're like, ugh, a little sticky.
What if I can go
immediately.
watch that other movie I was kind of mad on?
Yeah.
I think after he leaves, I am still gonna watch him. Just
Okay.
because I was curious about that little detail that I noticed. And I think after like a couple minutes, I'm gonna go over to like some of the plants. Like, I don't know if there's like some flowers or.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna cast Speak with Plants.
Okay.
And I kind of want to ask them about, you know, if they notice, like, why, if they feel any, like, aura, like, why to stay away or something. But basically, I'm gonna go up to the plants. It's like, do you guys, are you guys ever wary about going around Atem over there? The blue person?
Are you asking plants that he's walked by or ones that he's away from? I guess that will be the question.
Probably the plants that he walked by.
Okay.
Ones that did not die.
Yeah. Right. I want you to make a check. I would love like a wisdom based persuasion check. So are you proficient in persuasion?
No.
Okay, so then just make a wisdom check.
Okay. 14.
14. Okay. As you're kind of asking around, you get a lot of like, I don't know, everything is fine. And then once you start kind of getting to some of that like slightly wilted but didn't, you'll get ones that just say, don't let him near me. Some of them that don't really help and they just say, nope, keep him away. But you'll get one that will actually answer your question and will just say, I don't think he likes plants. He seems to just draw our life away.
Okay. She's probably not gonna say a whole lot, and I feel like I don't actually know if I can do anything. Is there anything that I can do to like give some life back to some of the plants that got?
I mean, anything from like doing a bit of druidcraft to help a bit, or higher level spells like plant growth could help. It depends on how much
I've got one.
you want to do.
Oh, I do have plant growth.
Yeah, I was gonna say you always have
I was
plant
thinking of
growth,
something
sure.
else. Thinking of something else. You know what? We'll do that. We'll do plant growth
Okay.
around the area that he's walked through.
Okay. Atim,
Hmm.
is there anything specific you were doing as you were walking away? Or are you just kind of wandering and watching?
Sucking the life out of the planet.
just no. Oh my god, like typhoid from Electra. Anyway, no. So he's probably just gonna go back to the river.
Okay.
And just sit at the edge and just kind of like look out into the night and the sky and just kind of let his feet dangle in the water.
Okay. As you're kind of sitting there and watching, you very much notice Zephyr talking to the grass and flowers, especially the ones you walked by and following your path, talking to them. I feel like it's a very obvious thing if someone who is very tall is leaning over flowers and talking to them. Especially a friend that you are well aware is there. So you can see all this, and then they kind of look at you, and then you see them cast a spell. Are you just immediately casting plant growth?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you'll just see everything in 100-foot radius just flourish and thicken, and vines grow thicker, and all the grass that was dying in your wake just fill up and like grow super tall. You would even notice that in the bubble they would all kind of sprout, and like everyone is kind of now just has this like, or like half hidden in the
Blanket.
grass. Yeah, blanket of grass and vines and flowers. It's gonna be a weird waking up when they're just gonna be like covered in foliage.
I want to walk over to Atam after doing that, or like even during or whatever.
It's an instant thing when you do it immediately.
Okay.
So yeah.
I'm gonna kind of like slowly approach and Atam, can I join you?
Yes. Sure. No need to
How
ask.
are you doing? Well, I mean, if you wanted your space, I was gonna leave you alone.
No, it's all fine. It's a rare moment the two of us get to spend a watch together. I'm
I know,
doing.
right?
I'd like to say I'm doing all right. I'm definitely not. A lot of questions floating around.
Sure, we'll find answers eventually. I mean, it seems like, you know, with how much you're learning and we're seeing and whatnot, as many questions as you're getting, I feel like you're also getting some answers.
I don't know. Yet to see many areas where I've found any answers, or at least to the specific questions that I have. I came to Rosefall, seek answers, and only found more questions. Even to the point so far as to question whether or not what I know is even true. Like what I remember is even correct. So I have no idea really where to go or what to do about that, and the person with whom I should speak with, I can't even come into contact with. Oh, there's that.
Your father? Or someone else?
Oh, please. I don't even know who that is. But my
Oh,
mother, I mean, you remember you were there. She made eye contact with me, and then
yeah.
everything went to shit. And I don't know what that's about. Then
Well,
there's the mention of twins and this half sibling of mine says that they've seen me with another who I vaguely recall, but from another time that wasn't ours, per se. And now this.
Is this more new? Seems like it's
This
happening more
sudden,
often.
life needing to withdraw from me. Yeah. Quite a new instance. Not sure why. But who knows? No. Maybe turns out the people were right.
No, I doubt that. I don't think that's it. Maybe there's someone else, someone not here that you could talk to. Like, you know, Joel has a god, do you? Someone who might be able to answer some of these questions?
I knew of one, but I never really thought any reason to reach out. I've only heard about them briefly from the studies that and books that Aldar used to make me read, or try to make me read. Not much one for the books. I prefer action
Who
and
is?
experience. But you know,
Well, maybe
potentially,
it's a
I
good
guess.
time. Maybe it's worth a try.
Maybe. Think about it.
It wouldn't hurt, would it? Maybe it can release some stress buildup or any of that. That's what this could be.
Stress buildup. um, Interesting thought. Things have gotten quite stressful. And I guess, yeah, the more things tend to get more hectic, we seem to find more these issues, I guess. Maybe there's just more to my power that I still have yet to understand. Which I guess I could always reach out to Aldar, see if he knows anything.
Kind of what I meant. I know you don't know your true father, but he, you know, played the role as one, right?
Yeah.
And maybe if you don't have somebody like, you know, Pelor, you know, at least he can be someone you can lean on. You know?
Fair.
Don't forget, you have lots of support around you. We're here to help. Here to talk if you ever need it.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Of course. And I kind of want to, like, lean over and bump and see if you want to, like, have a hug or something.
He will just like lean in. Thank you.
Of course.
And again, my apologies about the plants. I hate that you have to kind of go behind me and always clean up the mess.
No worries. I enjoy doing it anyways. Makes me happy. I like just creating stuff like this. I didn't get to do a whole lot of it growing up, so it's kind of nice now. So it gives me an excuse, I guess.
Well, I'm very good at destruction, So you need more. Lightning. Very fun time.
Yeah, I seen you in action. Quite crazy.
Weather is a formidable foe.
Seems like it. Seems like some of you might be struggling today. I don't know why. Seems fine.
Oh yes, it was good, but it was quite hot today. I'm surprised, although I guess given your nature, it would make sense. But yes,
I never noticed. I've felt the same. Maybe just a tad bit warmer, but nothing crazy. I mean, the trees
Maybe.
should help provide some cover, right?
You would think the shade would be nice.
Maybe you can use some of that wind power of yours. Create a breeze. Cool you off.
I'll see what I can do. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Always.
Well, as your watch goes by and you guys listen carefully for any noises in the forest, any people chasing you, all while trying to keep cool by the river, you both start to notice by the end of your watch, you haven't really heard much going about in the forest. You're not sure when it slowed down or if it was so gradual you didn't notice until there's almost no nighttime sounds. Not really any bugs, no birds, nothing. But it is the end of your watch. Do you go and wake up a sleeping Amdrus?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I would say it takes a bit, but also there's a lot of grass, and once you walk in, you realize how much grass is like tickling people, and people are like rolling over in it. And it doesn't take long to, maybe with a little bit of gust, tickle Amdrus awake with grass up his nose.
Oh, absolutely.
I didn't think it would get so crazy in here.
You really let loose.
Yeah, it kind of just all happened at once. Oops.
Which, as that team gets comfortable, it all dies around him.
Sorry. It
Amdrus,
really was beautiful.
Amdrus, you are woken to a very overgrown bubble.
Sorry. As I'm gonna go to bed.
It's what? Yeah, no, it's fine. Right. Back to it. Time to make the biscuits.
All right. Make a perception check. Please and thank you.
Disadvantage.
You do gain your long rest. I forgot to say.
Oh,
Because you were the last watch,
Dude.
so you gain your long rest, which might get,
level 1.
does that take out your exhaustion? I don't know. I don't remember
No,
how
I
many
have
you have.
1. I had 2, so I'm down to 1 now.
Oh my God, you still have one.
Still
Okay.
disadvantage.
Still disadvantage. At least you're not at half movement.
Yeah. Okay, so that's a 12.
No, you're
Hmm.
done.
Oh, did I? Oh, that's right, because I didn't take one down from the when
You didn't
I
take one down
wasn't
from
here.
yesterday.
Ah, that's what I
Yeah, you're done.
thought.
I was like, I wrote it down that
Yeah.
you were at level 1 exhaustion. Yeah,
Okay,
There you go.
perfect. Thank you.
you're done.
Perfect.
And I'm set. Well, then that was a 12 plus 9.
There you
I
go.
won't use the second roll, even though it was higher. It's fine.
Good. It's
So
21.
21.
All right. Anything you would like to do in the morning?
Can I? Well, I can't make biscuits, but I would like to start. Breakfast, whatever, like a light hash.
Your usual.
Plain. Yeah.
Okay. I will say, during your cooking and your breakfast making, you notice it's eerily quiet out. Like at this point, the sun is not quite, because you guys had a fairly early night, so the sun wouldn't be coming up quite yet. But even then, like this early in the morning, there would be some signs of wildlife or, sounds of the forest, of life, and there is none. It's just dead silent.
Oh boy. That's fun. I'm just gonna stay in the bubble and just be very wary of what's happening.
Okay. Well, you do cook, and you get everything ready, make your coffee, everything as per usual, and everyone else can hit a long rest. And you can wake up to a partially overgrown. One half of it is all dead and withered, but the other is very overgrown bubble, which is, I guess, fading. And
Is it? I will say, like, as I'm cooking, I'm just like, it's quiet.
Mhm.
Too quiet.
Yeah, and the bubble will disappear, and there's almost that hope that when the bubble disappears, you'll start to hear it, and nope, nothing.
Love that. Not creepy at all. Perfect.
The rest of you, can hit a long rest and wake up, and as you guys all kind of wake up and get ready, everyone, I would say maybe not Amethyst, but like Amethyst isn't here. So everyone here notices how eerily quiet it is as Amdrus makes a plate for everybody, or bowl, or whatever you're making.
Yeah, it's just a plate of just like hash and eggs. I'm just like, and I hand it out. I'm like, I don't know if we're being watched or what's happening, but I don't.
That might be my
like.
fault, right?
Was it this quiet last night?
Oh,
I had a thought
guess that
it might
it's a
have
good
been
question.
just as we were going to bed, but I was unsure.
I mean,
Why would it be your fault, Joel?
Yeah, Joel, what did you do?
Amethyst just goes,
It's-
the pillar of light.
Oh my
yeah. Oh, you
I'm
guys
sorry.
didn't. You guys didn't tell him about.
There was a
completely
pillar of
forgot to
light.
tell him.
You
Oh, I'm sorry. Did we forget to tell Amdrus about the pillar of light that's
Yeah,
like, subsumed Joel?
Sorry, we were having a moment, okay, last night, and we needed to sleep. Thank you.
I need
Right,
my beauty
so-
sleep.
I'll proceed to tell Amdrus everything about
All right.
my little talk to God.
And yeah. And Amethyst just goes, and yeah, there was just a massive pillar of light in the sky that hit
whole
Joel
time.
and then disappeared. Uh-huh.
Well, we weren't set upon, so that's nice.
But it's quiet.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah, but I don't know why a pillar of light would suddenly shut out sounds.
Yeah, there is
No.
there is a tiny part of you, team, that goes, I can't smell. Can I not hear for a second when you wake up? But then you realize you can hear everybody talking. And you're fine.
It's just quiet like that. A lot of times is a sound of danger. I just worry that something bad's about ready to happen.
I will say, silver lining, not nearly as hot today.
Well,
Of that.
there's that.
Well, regardless, it's cooler, so I think we should just get a move on.
Right.
Let's.
Yeah. How are we crossing the 7 to 8 mile wide river?
Yes. How?
Should we all just
Right.
like jump into somebody's lantern, and then Zephyr can either fly us or swim us across? Feels like a lot of resources, to be honest. Better than being whisked away, though.
I mean, I could walk right across it again. I'll just,
Okay, well-
it's just a long walk.
It's long.
All right, Jesus.
I mean, I
Who?
could swim us a decent while.
Is he a good guy?
It wouldn't
start
take
to
that
think.
long.
I mean, he has some good things to say. Now, whether or not people actually listen to them, that's a different story.
Well, you're going with
Zephyr, how would you like to travel?
you decide. I'm just along for the ride. I'll let whoever would like to make that decision. Honestly, it's between either we walk across with you or Zephyr swims us across. Actually, it might be easier if you just walk us across with the lantern. Now that I'm thinking about it.
Okay.
Can we all jump? Can we all jump in your? Oh, we can't jump in your lantern yet, huh?
No, we can jump in Amethyst.
Yeah, you can do Amethyst.
Amethyst, can we use your lantern?
You just have-
Amethyst,
Huh?
sell out a game. Can
What?
we use your lantern?
I'm sure.
You see her just kind of go, huh? What? What's happening? I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
Can we
That sounds
please?
exactly like.
Can we please use your lantern to get across the river while Joel walks us? That way, Zephyr doesn't have to use one of her wild shapes.
But I can get it back easily. Might be faster than just walking across the water.
I
It's
mean,
up to you, Zephyr.
it would be a long walk. It would be what, like an hour, 2 hour walk, something like that. Or like 8
Yeah,
hours?
but we're 8 hours into the we get 8 hours in the lantern, so it's
Yeah.
not like it'd be.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I guess we
It's
kinda
just-
get-
Long walk for Joel to be by himself.
right.
Or I can double the speed. Meta, I can double the speed for a dolphin. And vice versa.
That's true.
Depends on how much you want to walk.
I mean, it should only
Let's-
take about an hour and a half at a brisk walking speed to walk across the river, but it's up to you.
I am fine either way. Sorry. I heard a weird noise.
It'll probably be less conspicuous if you do it, as opposed to Jesus walking across the water.
Who's that again?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
Joe replies to nobody.
Yeah, sure, that's fine with me.
Circulating. Okay.
All right.
I feel like Amethyst would also mention she could do invisibility. Something else.
This is true.
So
Make sure the person that's invisible is
Uh,
holding the lantern this time.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Just like
so-
a lantern, just like
So what does she need to do? Like, I need to hold the lantern.
let's
on.
listen. Let's let's all jump into the lantern, and then you can hold on to it, and then jump in, become dolphin, and then swim
Jump
across.
in, jump out. Introduce yourself.
And
Yeah, when-
hopefully
when-
we don't drown.
I'm clicking all the wrong buttons. Ah.
I don't think you would.
What?
The lantern isn't waterproof.
Oh my gosh.
What?
The lantern
Turns out
isn't
I
waterproof.
killed the entire party instead.
The
not
lantern's
man.
fine.
Yeah, the water just starts pouring in.
We're like,
Like, where did this water start going in? Ah,
Oh god.
the terrarium wasn't sealed fully.
yeah.
Somebody let the latch just a little off, and it's just
Flooding. Oh my goodness.
It'd be like one of those horror movies where like the boat flips and everybody's what's it called? It's like Poseidon. I don't know. Anyways,
Side adventure?
yeah, Poseidon Adventure, exactly. Just trying to get out alive.
I've never seen it, but I know the movie.
I think I saw one of the more recent remakes. There's like an early 2000s remake, I think. Anyways, moving on.
Ghost ship.
Alright.
That the beginning of that movie still haunts me. I remember the beginning of
some
Ghost Ship.
Final Destination shit. That movie.
Yeah, when the fucking line snaps and it cuts across all the fucking people except that
It's
little
so
girl.
good.
Oh
It's
yeah.
so
I still think about that scene to this day. I haven't seen that movie since I watched it the only time, and I still think about that scene. Just like Final Destination, just like
Mhm.
what is it?
Same.
Event Horizon. That movie haunts my
I've-
nightmares.
I have never seen that.
I hate it. That movie gave me nightmares for like a month.
Noted.
There's just one scene where a dude is just holding eyeballs out on his palms and he's just saying some shit, and I just think about that scene sometimes. It just hits my brain, and I'm like, cool. I didn't want to
Right.
sleep tonight. That's cool.
Yeah, it's great.
All right. So what's the plan? What are you guys doing? Jumping into the lantern
okay.
and
The submarine, yeah.
Yeah.
What is
Make sure to seal the latches properly. We're pressurized.
Zephyr? Oh, it's Zephyr's taking us, right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Zephyr, you're turning into a dolphin and going?
Yeah, so long rest for the genie thing, and then where is the invisibility just a normal spell?
Well, we're not.
Yes,
we're-
are
I wanna
you-
do- I was like, I thought you were just turning into like
You
a
don't need
dolphin
to
and
though
just
if you're
swimming
going to be in the
across.
water.
Okay, I didn't know if we were going to. That's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
Okay.
Probably can. So you can just like turn into a dolphin and it'll like tie it around because a dolphin doesn't have belt loops. You can tie it, so you would have to get some rope to tie it around.
Well, couldn't
And
I
then
hold it in my mouth?
oh yeah, I
didn't
guess
have
that's a
rope?
good point. Yeah, that's a good point.
Also
I
not.
didn't think of that. But yeah, and then everyone can kind of go into the lantern. And Zephyr, I would love an acrobatics check or athletics check with advantage, please, to cross a massive rushing river. I guess not rushing, but you know.
How'd you give that to me? What is that? 24.
Okay. It does take you about, you know, less than an hour, I guess. It would be like twice as fast. To kind of just swim across and get there, and with relative ease as well. And the current doesn't really bother you as a dolphin. And once you get kind of to the other side, it's kind of a similar thing, at least where you are, where it's a bit of a steep kind of hill up. If you want to try to find an easier way up, you can, or you can just shift out and climb. Up to you.
I'll shift out and climb.
Okay.
That's fine with me.
Make an athletics check.
Normal.
Just dolphin Zephyr just flopping her way up the mountain.
Yeah, just like a goat.
Exactly.
Where?
Oh, I'm so excited for the D&D movie, y'all.
17.
I'm so pumped.
Oh,
Sorry.
yeah, me too. Yes. Would you say
17.
17, okay. Coming out of the water and transform, you're still wet, so it's kind of hard to like climb up. Actually, make a perception check for me as well, there, Zephyr. Yeah, we're going
gonna
this
say-
Friday means list.
Could I also do primal savagery so my claws were out to be easier to climb?
Sure, yeah, I would have gave you advantage on the athletics. Why not?
Okay,
But
that's fine.
that's fine.
I fucking hate you so much, Coco.
What was I
What
rolling?
happened? Perception.
Perception. Okay. 19.
19. All right. I will say, as you were swimming through the water, you didn't see a single fish
No fish.
or sea life. And as you
Okay.
get to the side and you climb up, you realize it is still quiet. And then
Okay,
on the
I
other
think-
side-
I think as I'm like getting close to the top of the hill, I will probably whisper into the lantern to tell them what I saw. That there wasn't anything in the water, and it's still pretty eerily quiet out over across the hill. There's like nothing I can see. And then after a minute, I'm probably gonna say I'm gonna keep going.
Inside the lantern, everyone can get a short rest, which means if that changes anything, which I don't think anyone spend anything for a short rest, that's fine. Amethyst will ask the rest, well, do we want to get out now after you guys would all hear Zephyr talk back to you guys?
Is it just more land
In
in
the
front of
phone
us?
Yeah,
I'm
it's just the
assuming.
thick forest, back into the thick forest, yeah.
I hear a sudden ringtone.
I also would probably. I'm assuming, are there no tremors? Like, we don't
No.
sense any of that stuff? Okay, I'd probably also let them know that we don't have to worry
Yeah.
about that yet, at least.
Yeah, you hadn't heard any, or felt any tremors for most of yesterday as well.
Yeah. I figured.
Good chunk of
Just
that.
reinforcing.
Yeah, like there was some in the morning and like the good half of the day, but you guys kind of flew away. And when you were walking, it was only here and there, like minor.
Could
But
I...
yeah.
if I wait a minute and I didn't see them pop out, I think I'm gonna tell them, like, I think I'm gonna transform again, but I kind of want to fly over and see if there's anything that I can see up above. And then I'm probably gonna wait a minute to see if they basically say no to do that and pop out of the lantern.
Okay. The rest in the lantern can't reply, but you guys decide to stay in the lantern then? And let Zephyr fly?
Zephyr can do what Zephyr
Yeah,
needs
yeah,
to
I think
do.
we're good.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, you just kind of wait in the like dead silence. Nothing happens, Zephyr, and you're like, hey.
Alright.
What do you do?
Yeah, I'm going to shoot up. I am going to be a giant eagle.
Phrasing.
I
shooter
realized
Zephyr.
afterwards. I see
Zephyr puts on her
everything.
black trench coat and just
She-
fucking post
she
all.
said-
Oh my gosh.
She said it's way too quiet. I have to liven things up.
Blast, blast, fire, fire.
Oh,
There's a
God.
machine gun
Yeah.
Zephyr
So
out here.
much.
Oh, God.
Where are the needles
Alright,
in the,
I
in
am
the
going to
wraps?
fly up as
Okay.
an eagle.
Just a regular eagle or a giant
No,
eagle?
no, giant eagle.
Okay.
Yeah,
Kind
and
of
I'm
bursting
gonna
out of the
hold
trees
the
is
lantern
this
with my
giant-
claws.
All right. And are you just gonna fly for your 5 hours?
yeah,
or?
Yeah, I feel like, or pretty close to, but I want to kind of fly a little bit closer to the tree line and see if I notice anything on the ground. Still,
Okay.
and
Yeah.
keep an eye out on in the sky, see if there's anything there too.
Sure. Make a perception check, and I realize I forgot to do a little cheeky thing here.
Oh,
Oh boy, I'm gonna die.
So make that check while I do this.
cheeky.
Oh, cheeky thing.
What in the world is happening? um, what would suddenly remove all the creatures from the world?
25.
25. All right.
Somebody used wish and got rid of all the animals.
Like, I'm sick of this noise. Just get rid of all the noise. Thank you.
I hate mosquitoes.
Yeah. There goes everything.
Me, spiders, bye.
Yes.
Done.
Same.
We'll
Yeah.
do
Done.
that.
100%.
Go on, okay.
So Zephyr, what was that? 25 for
25.
perception? As a giant eagle, don't forget you have advantage.
Yes, I did roll advantage.
Beautiful. Okay. All right. As you're kind of flying off, there isn't a whole lot that you see. Like, you don't really see much wildlife, let alone, like, I would say with a 25 and you're kind of flying over, there would be some commotion as you flew over, but they all kind of almost seem to be hiding. Like, as you kind of fly over and like the hard wind like kind of rustle of the trees, maybe there's some like movement of like squirrels in the trees or something that you kind of pick up, but everything is just kind of not, like, there isn't really even any bugs about. Like, it's, yeah, it's uncomfortable,
Like,
especially as a druid.
when you're saying hiding, are you meaning like maybe there could be something like just staying at home, or like
Yeah.
it's just not there?
Yeah, like it's not that they're just wished gone. It's like things are actively not making noise, not being out. In fact,
Can I-
what languages do you speak?
Currently, giant eagle and
Well, okay,
understand common,
Right.
but I can't speak it.
right, but you retain
myself-
what you can, yes, as well.
Yeah, myself is draconic, common, druid, dwarvis, and prime.
Primordial.
Yes, I can't.
Okay.
Struggling.
And sorry, I cut you off. What were you gonna ask? Or what were you gonna do?
Oh, I was gonna say, could I like call out, like, just saying like in giant eagle, like, hello, is anybody out there? Trying to see if anything will respond.
Okay. Yeah, you kind of call loudly. And and like as you do, like it's a giant eagle, it's very loud. The first thing you hear today is like after it's kind of just silent again, and then you start to hear a language you don't understand, kind of like shouting, commanding, not 100% certain, to go towards the sound.
Yeah, I will.
Okay. As you kind of fly off and you start looking, make a perception check.
19.
19. All right. You kind of are looking around, and you notice two figures kind of hiding, it seems, kind of under a bunch of brush. Like one of them is kind of trying to hide in a bunch of like bushes and stuff, but is fairly large. It's not really doing it, but they kind of blend in, like with their armor and whatnot. It kind of seems like it's working, but not really. And you can see another one is trying to watch you and like try to hide behind like one of the larger trees, and like looking up and sees you flying around and is trying to not be noticed, but you're able to pick up on these two figures.
Okay.
You can kind of see that they seem fairly larger in structure, and they seem to have kind of a grayish green skin tone, from what you can tell.
Okay. I think I'm gonna like land, but like, you know, not right on top of them, like probably get them like 50, 60 feet away.
Okay.
And then wild shape out. When I land, I probably want to be like more gentle, and I'm gonna talk to the lantern. I was like, I landed. I think I heard somebody out here, but I don't know what's going on yet. Feel free if you want to come out of the lantern or not. But so then I'm gonna put on my sash, and then I'm gonna speak out loud and again say, hello, is anybody there? I mean you no harm.
Make a persuasion check.
That's 16.
16. Okay. There's kind of that silence. And do you start to kind of head towards where you last saw them? Or do you just call out and stay still?
Probably slowly move towards them, but not quickly. And
Okay. Make another perception check for me.
18.
18. As you're kind of looking and watching, you can see these figures are kind of shifting and moving, and you can kind of hear whispering. They have obviously moved closer and are like talking. And again, it's like so quiet that like you're able to kind of pick up these whispers, and then you'll hear kind of a gruff voice that just says, "Who are you?"
My name's Zephyr. And I come with a party. Right now it's just me, but we just seems like the land is eerily quiet and I'm not sure what's going on. Is something wrong?
You kind of hear a bit more of that whispering in that language you don't know. And then that same voice will kind of come back to you. And it's you can see that they're starting to kind of like try to look and catch where you were and kind of find you. And they, the same one just kind of goes, "We don't know. It's been like that since last night. We are worried there is something wrong."
Do you know if something happened? yesterday that could have led to that?
We saw a pillar of light a few miles off last night. That is it.
Did the things did everything disappear after that?
Sometime after, possibly.
Uh,
We don't know if it's the cause or not. And you can see them kind of looking, and this whole time as the conversation, have you kept on walking towards them, or did you stop?
I think if they responded, I would have stopped and
Okay.
probably
I'll tell you,
gotten
Must
on
is
the-
going to get out of the lantern.
As they begin to kind of walk up, you can see these kind of figures kind of stepping through. You can see they're fairly. One is taller than the other, and a bit more muscular. The other one's a bit more lither, I guess, but like not really. They're very muscular, and you can see that they are kind of this grayish green color, and they have very obvious tusks. They look, in a way, reminds you of Amdrus, but totally not at the same time. And you can very quickly tell that these are orcs. And just as they like go to say something, like mist begins appearing. And does everyone jump out, or is it just Atim? Because Amethyst can choose how many people go out.
Oh no! If I heard Zephyr talking to somebody, I'd want out of that lantern.
Okay. And this just goes, oh, okay. And then everyone will come out. And like as the mist forms, they immediately draw weapons and look. And then just a bunch of people appear. And Zephyr,
I would probably like wait. This is the party that I mentioned. We just have an ability when we travel to kind of lighten our load and go inside this lantern. And I feel like Amethyst would also step up, and she's like, yeah, it's just my
Greetings.
power. We mean you no harm, like type of vibe.
Yeah.
I'll tell
And
you,
then
She Eldritch blasts them.
No, I'll tell you, pushing everybody out of the way. Hi.
I'll
I'll tell you, nice to meet your
Oh, there's-
acquaintance, Prince of the Winds. It's lovely to meet you.
Zephyr, make a persuasion check with advantage. Because you had Amethyst help you.
That was for the perk.
Wow. 12.
12. With advantage?
Yeah.
Okay. They kind of like have their weapons out still as you guys are starting to greet each other, and they just kind of look at each other and look
You're a
back.
fellow of your kind.
And yeah, they would immediately notice Amdrus, and in Orcish, we'll just say, "Are you friend or foe?"
I think we established I don't know Orcish.
You know very little Orcish.
Yeah, it's very broken. It's like bad Spanish. It's like we like it's fuck, hold on.
Where's
C
the
or
library?
well yeah, like Orcish is like just
Yes.
yes.
Yeah.
Like I'm like
Like,
one.
that's
I'm
answer
like
the question.
first one, yes. First one, yes.
And you'll hear make a oh god, a history check. I don't know. This feels like an
Sure.
intelligence check. Make a history check there, Amdrus.
So good at history. So good at history. Okay.
I wish I'd taken Orcish.
15 total.
15. You get like enough when they kind of like talk to each other, and they have decided they're like, is he only half orc? No, he looks full blooded. And goes, does he just not know the language? Do we think it's safe? Like you get the gist that they're kind of like trying to figure this out.
Like, this motherfucker doesn't
I'll tell you,
know
just
the
like-
native tongue.
Yeah, kind of. They're like a little like
Hi.
this bitch. Okay.
I will
Wait, hold on.
in my broken Orcish. I'm gonna like
Okay,
orphan.
I'm gonna say one
Oh.
moment.
Okay.
One moment.
Asim just
wait.
puts a finger to your mouth. One moment.
I like it.
Wait, it's only I can understand. It doesn't mean I can speak it. Shit.
Correct.
I was gonna
In
use
my-
comprehend languages, but like
in my
that's
broken
only-
Orcish,
that's only understanding.
I'll say parents killed, raised by halflings.
And they give you like the weirdest look. And then you just, all of you guys, because you just kind of had them, they had their weapons out and they're watching you and kind of having the side conversation. And then Amdrus says this like awkward, and it is probably the most awkward you've heard Amdrus ever speak. He's very good with his words. They just kind of look at you guys, and like there's like a squint in the whole group, and then they both burst out laughing.
Yeah.
And you just go, "You raised by halflings, the short ones? That must be awkward." All in common.
Listen, the bed frames definitely had to be switched out, but everything's good, bro. Like I had to just get it. Sort of a weird situation that put like two of them front to back, and then like cut the headboard and the footboard off of one, so they can make like one whole. I'll explain to you over
unnecessary story.
Yeah.
They're just going and they're like, and they just kind of like laugh to themselves. And you all realize like this is the only sound that's happening, and because it's so eerie, it like kind of carries.
Right.
Just letting you know, especially with them like really loudly, hardly laughing.
I feel like when they're talking, I kind of want to talk quieter over to Joel and mention what they had said about like everything, I guess, disappeared yesterday. They noticed your light. Do you want to share some insight with them?
While that's happening,
My light. I think that was Peller's light.
This is Joel.
And yeah,
Well,
yeah, it was Peller's
thing,
light.
the thing about it is
that's when you
My
get like
orc friends. My
Yeah.
orc friends. Do you believe in Peller? Have you heard of the word of Peller?
Joel,
Yes,
Joel,
yes.
not right now.
Have
We're
you
in the
heard
middle of
our Lord and Savior?
He's a beacon
The
of
light
light in the
himself.
darkness.
I
He
will.
an
Now I'm gonna put my finger up to Joel's
Oh
mouth.
my
Just be like,
God, it's an awesome God.
No!
That's
Oh
it.
my gosh, no!
And someone cast silence.
It's like there's an issue with there's an issue with traveling with holy clergymen. That being said, do you have a camp nearby? I'd love to make you all a dinner or something, just for a spot of hospitality.
Make a persuasion check.
So good at persuasion. So good at persuasion. Let's go. I haven't got to make one of these in forever.
But why would a pillar of light get rid of the animals?
What'd you get? Did you get a natural one?
20.
Okay, so it was a 17
Okay.
plus 11.
Oh, gotcha. Oh, fuck, it's 11 now. Oh, yeah, I need to change things. I forgot your fucking modifiers went up. Oh, no. Does that mean your passive is 21? It is. That does mean that.
My passive is 19 still. My wisdom hasn't gone up.
because this is not persuasion. Oh, your modifiers haven't gone up. This is persuasion, not perception.
Yeah, my con went up, but that's it. But that's just because of the book. But we're good. Yeah.
I was
What
thinking
about because of level?
Yeah, I was thinking because of the level you guys proficiency went up. Anyways, they just kind of go, yes, we are just scouting around as we were last night. These woods are very dangerous normally, especially at night. But today we have been trying to hunt, get some food for our caravan, our tribe.
Speaking of, you are familiar with these lands. Have you been aware of any elven activity in the area?
Yes, they have been everywhere. This whole war for the last year, maybe more. They've been all around the Nightthorn Forest.
Is there any particular area you know that they tend to frequent the most?
Congregate.
Especially around here somewhere.
They kind of look at each other and they kind of speak a bit of Orcish. And Amdrus, you kind of get that they're just kind of being like, "Do you know if anyone?" They're like, "Well, he might." And they just kind of go, "We know that certain places have more activity, and we typically don't want to deal with them. So we don't typically hunt or travel around that. Our chieftain probably could give you a bit more if you want to come back to our camp."
We'd love to come back to your camp,
Yes,
and
wouldn't mind.
and
That'd be
and
lovely.
as a token of our appreciation for your hospitality and your safekeeping of us, I would love to make you all some dinner. We have
What
a
are
ton
your
of
names,
fish.
by the way? Yeah, what are your names?
Orcish and Borkish.
Yes.
Stop.
I was trying to pull up my notes to see if I
Boblin
had
the
this.
Goblin.
I will say this random encounter, you guys could have ran into a couple orcs so many times and you never wrote this. So I'm trying to find if I have their name written down. Sorry.
No, it's Orphis and Borphis now, even if you come up with it.
Orcus and Borkus.
Love that all 3 times they've been different.
Yeah.
All 3 times y'all have said that they've been different.
They are men of many names.
They're not halflings.
Yeah, they're not half.
Halflings have all the names.
Yeah.
Or is that? Or is it the other ones? Gnomes.
That's gnomes.
I think it's
Gnomes.
gnomes.
Just
Gnomes.
yeah.
Gnomes is the one that they just keep adding names.
Yes.
that took time.
I mean, I feel if I say a name because I did find them, they're not gonna matter. But the kind of bigger one says Rodol. Sorry, there's no N.
Rondell.
Rodol.
Rondell.
Rodol.
Rondell.
Do.
Raw dog. There it is.
Another. Fuck you guys. Another one is Gran.
Gran,
Borkus.
like
Gran, like Gran.
Gran and
Radol.
Rattle. God, I want to say Rendell.
Orcus and
So
Borkus.
hard.
Orphis and Borphis.
Gran and Rattle.
Yeah.
Gran and Rattle, not Rendell.
Orphis and
Rattle.
Nope.
Horus.
I'm so sorry, DM.
It's fine. To be fair, I made these names a long time ago, so I didn't think about how stupid you guys will make them. It's
Anyways.
fine.
His name is Darrell. It's spelled like Daryl, but it's pronounced Darrell.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they'll just say that if you're interested, it's because I didn't go too far. It's maybe 20 minutes, half an hour walk back.
We'd love an escort, just so we're not showing up, like strangers in a far off land.
Right. I mean, your friend, I think, was a giant bird, so you'll still be standing out.
Fair. But I'm amongst my people, so let's have ourselves a bit of a family get-together, reunion of sorts.
All right. With that, they will lead you kind of off, and I'll have somebody roll me a survival check. It's one person here.
I think it's Coco's turn.
Okay.
Oh no, it might be
By the light of
Penguins.
Pelor.
Yeah,
Might be
sure.
I have a
Penguin's
+8.
turn.
Oh yeah, do it.
Never mind.
Penguin's got it. Penguin hasn't rolled yet.
No.
25.
There
25.
you go.
Um,
Better than 9. Let's
I will
go.
say, while you guys were kind of aiming to go a bit south, you guys are now heading like western. So you're kind of going away from the vague direction you guys
the
were
lateral move. It's fine.
Yeah. Just to let you know.
We're dithering.
Yeah.
Yeah, we met friends, and now we must.
We're
And-
gonna have dinner.
And a
Get
dinner.
drunk.
I'm just gonna state this out there. See, not all the random encounters for the day are battles, guys. You just happen to roll them all the time.
Got
Yeah.
great luck at rolling fights.
You really do.
You know, at
It's
the
either
end of the
nothing
day,
or fights.
You make the decision whether or not it's a battle or not.
I made these charts so damn
You
long
made the
ago.
chart, but you can deviate from the. We don't know what your chart is.
That's not fun.
Google, show me this man's charts.
You can decide what you want.
It's
Google,
a
show me this man's charts.
it's a 13 long page for all the different charts. So
Jesus.
Uh,
Okay, let's go then. So we're gonna go. We're hanging out with Gran and Radel.
yeah, so
Yes.
they kind of head out and they'll tell you. I just had it open and then I fucking moved it. Where the fuck was it? Their chieftain's name is Nortuk.
Okay.
And they will
Nice
just
one.
say,
Great routers.
He might be able to tell you where to avoid. He is a man of very few words. That being said, doesn't speak common. So they look at you, Amdrus, and go,
Does he
"We
speak-
can translate."
Oh, perfect.
Perfect. Love that. Because I say a lot. And sometimes nothing at
Yeah,
all.
you might want to tone it. You might
No,
wanna
I'm
dial it
respectful
in.
of the customs of my people.
Dial it
I
back.
tell you, don't explain to me, sir.
And
Okay.
eventually, you guys will
What?
kind of, as you're kind of traveling, there is a very small. I wouldn't even call it a clearing, but there's kind of a small encampment that kind of comes into view through a lot of the kind of thick shrubbery, and you can see many like tents are up, and there are. It's not like a town or anything. It is very small. There's probably maybe a handful of like orcs and half orcs, the odd humans as well, kind of in this like roaming band tribe kind of thing. And yeah, they kind of just, you'll hear Amdrus, you'll kind of hear them kind of greet a lot of the other kind of half orcs and orcs that are come around to see who the fuck they're bringing into their camp, and none of it is really aggressive. They're just kind of like, what the fuck, and they're just like, we picked up some strays, and
Can I say, as we were walking right before we got there, I was casting comprehend language on myself so I could understand what was going on.
sure, yeah, you can start to pick it up, and you'll hear they all speak Orcish, including like the couple, like there's like maybe 2 humans, and they also speak Orcish, and you'll see Radol kind of goes in to kind of the larger of the tents, and will kind of brush past one of the kind of the openings of it, and in Orcish we'll say, Chief, we have met some travelers. They seem to be asking about the elves, and you just hear him go, oh, okay. And as you kind of go in, you can see this like really fucking old orc. Like, if he had hair, which can't really call it that, it's just super gray. There's a bunch of like old scars that have like healed over, but there's still that kind of look and kind of indent in a lot of the skins, or in kind of his face and on his skin. You can see he is kind of wrapped up in a lot of animal furs and hides, and seems to be like having basically like a little tea party, which is kind of funny. With a female human and a half orc male that they kind of were talking, and he kind of turns off, and they kind of look at you guys. All you guys walk in, and you will hear who you would know be Nortuk, to just be, would say, what? And Rundle just kind of goes, he wants to know what you want.
I'll start off like, honored grandfather, I'm here to ask for your assistance.
Okay. And you can just see them like look at each other, like pretty much everyone in the room other than the half orc and this chief, who is a full-blooded orc, kind of look at each other like this, like, oh god. And Joel and Amdrus, you can kind of pick it up, but Joel, you'd be able to say, he says hi. Like, that's all. Like, he just fully, there's nothing flourishy about how he's translating it.
Yeah, that's about right.
Yeah.
This is me. IRL, this is me though.
Yeah.
Hey. How's it going?
I'll
One or
ask
two
him.
more answers.
We are on a noble quest to sanctify these lands, and we have heard the elves are causing a bit of a corruption in this area, and we'd like to make it right. And any assistance you can provide would be greatly appreciated.
He just kind of turns. Rodel just kind of turns and just goes. They think the elves are tainting the land or something and want to fight them. And wants to know where they are. And you just hear, you'll just see the go, like him kind of nod, like, oh, great, less for us to deal. Yeah. And the chief will just go, good, have them fight for us. And Randall just goes, he is interested to have you fight the elves.
We
us.
fight for everyone, not just for you.
What?
And they all kind of look at you like, this one is understanding and not the orc? Okay. All right. Sure.
Right. I'll say we would like a place to sleep tonight in the comfort of and the protection of your encampment. And if you could point us in the direction the elves seem to congregate the most, we believe that is where they're keeping their sacred relic that is tainting the land.
He just kind of, will like turn and just go, they want to have rest here and want to direct where most of the elves are coming from. And the chief will just say, lots of them are maybe 2 days' journey southwest. And he'll kind of repeat that to you, saying that. And before like you get to say anything, you'll hear the chief say another thing, kind of cutting out, and just says, why do they want to stay here? Do they have their own beds? And Rhonda will just say, we don't have a lot of beds, so for extras.
We're fine. We're taken care of on the beds front. We're just we are honored. We are great heroes from out west. We've taken down 2 cults already, and would be honored to share a table with a tribe of my people.
To touch base on the Southwest thing, I think that's the Sacred Stone Monastery, and that bit of information I'm not sure is doing us any good. Is there any place more south?
Sorry. Yes, okay. So you kind of say that, and they just go, and they'll kind of repeat. They're saying, this orc says that they're taken care of, but want to sleep with his people. It's like he just kind of says it that way, and you just see the chieftain just kind of laugh, and he just goes, "Okay, make them work." He goes, "Fair." And then we'll kind of going off of you, Joel will ask, and he goes, lately lots of activity more eastern, sorry. Eastern. Oh, yes, sorry. I got my shit mixed up. Sorry. Now he would say it would be a couple days kind of southeast from here. It would have been like over a week, so like a week's journey through the forest to the monastery from before. Sorry, I got them mixed up. So yeah, he'll say a couple days. Whoop.
Oh, lost Pyro.
Goodbye, Pyro. He'll just say, a couple days journey south. Southeast from here. They've been noticing a lot more activity, and are very aggressive for anybody that isn't under their colors. Basically, they attack immediately. But Randall, just go. You can stay, but you're gonna have to work for it.
I mean, it's
Way to
still
put it my
pretty
way.
early in the days.
Yeah. It's still like noon, early noon.
Happy to work our way for dinner. And I'd be happy to. What is it? I would be more than happy to honor you with some meals I've gathered from around the continent through our travels.
Okay. Kind of repeating that, he'll just goes, he's willing to cook. And you just see the chiefs kind of go, oh, okay, yeah. Like, kind of like, oh, that sounds great. We don't need to cook. And the like human woman that's kind of there just kind of laughs and will say in common, just say, well, glad to see we can bully somebody else to cook. She just kind of smiles towards you.
I'm sorry, someone else?
Yeah. You said you could cook. Guess you're gonna cook.
I can absolutely cook. It's gonna blow your minds.
And you'll hear her to the chieftain, basically for Joel. You can hear her ask, or I guess ask, Radal if they came back with any like hunting kind of stuff. And he'll just say no, and she goes, does any of you hunt? You guys gatherers, hunters? What's your skills?
DM, how much fish did we catch the day before?
Did we actually
a good chunk, like enough probably for you guys for that night to be well fed.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we don't have any more. I'm assuming we.
Well, Amethyst can always create food. Like she
yeah,
does
that's also
all the time for us.
So. Yeah. So I'll just say like, no need. We've got the gathering situation under control. And I'll give Amethyst like a list of stuff that I want to make, like ingredients that I want for like what I want to make.
She goes, I don't know what half these are, but okay.
It's just ginger root. It's not that difficult.
I don't know what that is. And sure. I mean, is there anything else you want to ask him? For anyone else?
No, I mean like they're all southeast-ish kind of is what Joel's questioning got to. So I think I'm good on my end.
Okay. All right. Well, unless there's anything, yes.
Do you guys happen to have a jewel encrusted gold bowl worth at least 1,000 gold pieces? I'd be willing to purchase it off of you.
Rodolph just kind of looks at you and goes, no. Like he doesn't even ask. He just goes, no.
I thought so. No, I figured. I just thought I'd ask just in case.
Cool. He looks to the rest, like the human woman kind of gets up and walks over to you guys, and like you can see everybody kind of bows to the chieftain and say something in Orchid that basically just says thank you for your time, and like she kind of ushers you guys all out, and just looks at you all and goes, so who can hunt? We've found pretty much nothing today. So unless you can make food for all of us.
How many people does Create Food and Water make for?
It doesn't say specified for people. Hold on. I can look it up.
That's 45 pounds of food and 30 gallons of water.
Yes. Enough to satisfy up to 15 humanoids or 5 steeds.
And 5 steeds. Or 5 steeds, yeah.
For 24 hours. Yeah, which their band is probably like 13, 14, kind of something like that.
We could just pop it twice and call it good.
Yeah. 100% you could. Actually, I just realized, Amethyst, you have a 3rd spell slot now. Look at you.
Hey.
Until level 17. We get a 4th one.
So wild.
Yeah. All right. Well, Amethyst just goes, I guess we'll just make food, and just like creates a bunch of food, and you just see like this woman just kind of goes, shit. All right. And just grabs you like by the neck, Amdrus, and just pushes you, goes, come, we're going to cook. and just like brings you into another tent that has like a bunch of the stuff in it. And you're basically like a chef slave. And she just makes like, all right, we're cooking all of this. And
So I'm the one who came up with the menu for tonight. Thank you. Shake off the shoulders.
These are the Mexican moms.
Yeah.
She's like, oh yeah, you're helping.
you're perfect.
Put your work.
Yeah.
Put
And
your
she
work.
just sits there the whole time, just like picking her teeth and watching. Goes, oh, all right, we do that too. And like,
Are you familiar with saffron?
yeah, I feel like she's kind of the main one that deals with a lot of the food and like the rations and stuff, so she probably would know a lot. And she does definitely question you a lot of like where you learn things and blah blah blah. And she also asks a lot of why you don't know a lot of orc, and it gets very like, tell me about you. Why don't you know enough orcish?
Raised by halflings.
And then she'll just start
The burst out
asking
laughter.
questions about, same kind of reaction, being like, "That's a hilarious image. Tell me more." And she'll just be pushing for questions the whole time as you're
And
cooking.
I divulge the most.
Outrageous.
I was gonna say it's outlandish to the point of comedy, but I would like to roll a persuasion check for this.
Yes, I was going to ask you to roll a persuasion check.
It's like,
For
and then we
more reason
fought
than
the
one.
ghost. And then we fought the ghost of my dead pirate captain. 13 plus 11, 24. I was gonna roll twice for disadvantage.
So 24.
Yeah.
All right. I will say through the day, you guys don't see Amdrus for the rest of the day, basically, until food is brought out, basically.
Pyro
As
What?
Pyro just there we go.
We're
Went
good,
robot
we're good.
there.
I have no idea what's happening.
Discord being a bitch. And
I think it's our internet.
through maybe that too. Throughout the day, Amdrus, she is loving all the stories about family, adventure, and if you are interested, she will teach you as much as a day while focusing on cooking can do. A bit more of Orcish.
I love that. Yes.
The rest of you, because food is done, what do you guys want to do for the rest of the day? Anything else? Do you want to help out scouts? Do you want to just try to do nothing? What do you want to do?
Like, is this their like permanent camp, or are they like nomads? Do they move around a lot?
Yeah, they're kind of like a nomadic kind of band of like tribe thing. You would know that most like orc settlements aren't cities or anything. They are very nomadic kind of species. They don't typically stay in one place. So you kind of get the gist of like spending the day with them, that these people are probably wander the Nightthorn Forest kind of and just settle where they can, and yeah. And a lot of them will tell you that they've been in the Nightthorn Forest for a while now, and once in a while they'll venture out further, but a lot of them are from the Blooming Vale, so they typically stick to the forests. Yeah. Anything you guys would like to do
No,
for the day?
just ready for
Okay.
dinner.
They do make you do different odd jobs and work. Sorry,
Okay.
team.
No, you're good. I guess those that seem more older, at least the ones that tend to like be out and about, like scouting wise and stuff.
Mhm.
I want to ask them just questions about like their encounters and experience with the elves in the area and different things like that. And I want to know if they've ever seen someone similar to myself,
Okay.
potentially of a more purple skin tone.
Okay.
And if they've Actually, no, I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Make an investigation check, because that's fun.
19.
19. Yeah, so you kind of spend the day getting tossed around to do work while getting your questions.
Just
Basically,
begrudgingly.
every time you ask questions, they go, do this, and I'll answer it. And
Yeah.
yeah. And a lot of them think it's so cool that you're just like this bright blue and you control the wind, and they usually a lot of it is like, oh, can you move this with the wind? And like most of it gets to a point where like there are some younger of the folk, and they're more interested in the
Now that I
tricks
love.
you can do. So
I'm
it
here.
goes in
I'm here for
between
showing off.
Yeah, it goes in between doing actual work and then showing off. And you kind of get the sense that no one has really seen anyone even like you at all. Very much around here. The closest blue skin tone that a lot of them get is like moon elves. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Which don't really come around to the Blooming Vale very often. So, and as for the Black Brigade, they have had skirmishes with them, and they're kind of in the belief that like the forest is for everybody, and the elves have very much like sectioned off parts, and so they've had a lot of altercations of like wanting to travel through and having to go around and stuff like that. They've lost a few people because of them fighting, so they've kind of figured out where a lot of them are, and I don't know if there was more that you wanted there that I forgot.
No, that was it.
Zephyr, Joel, anything?
No, I don't think so. Maybe like, are there any children around? So probably let them play with Ray and kind of hang out while I'm doing stuff.
Indoctrinate. No.
Oh my god. There's a few like
I am
younger
not that
ones.
kind of priest. Thank you very much.
There's a few like younger, but they're more like teens. There isn't really any like young kids. But similarly, some of them are kind of like, none of them have magic. So like none in their tribe are magical in any way. So they're very intrigued by some of the shit you guys can do. And yeah, while Amdrus is put to work, I'm sure a lot of you guys, while put to work, can show off a little bit and get some breaks with your magic. And yeah, you guys can spend the day. Food comes and goes. Eventually supper's in full and it's starting to get darker, and they enjoy your company, so yeah, you guys can have a quote unquote safe place. I mean, you're still in the middle of a forest. I would like all of you to make perception checks, except for Amdrus, sorry, for the day, because you've just been locked in a tent cooking all day.
Makes sense.
And you got a
Seems
break for lunch, and then you're thrown back in, basically.
22.
22 Zephyr? Oh, I think Penguin's been freezing a lot, so something's going on there as well.
They look kind
Yeah,
of
but that is just.
right
I was like,
now.
that is such a casual smirk. Like
I
a
know, right?
Yeah.
They
Yeah,
look
like
like
that.
they're up to
Yeah,
something.
fucking bet. It's like,
Very.
oh, a roll? Okay, all right, nerd.
Yeah.
Team, what'd you get?
23.
23, and Joel was, sorry, what, 24? What was yours?
22.
22.
Right? Yes, 22.
Whatever Zephyr rolled, it passed. Don't even ask.
Yeah, probably, honestly. That's not even like a joke. Like, most likely, yeah. All right.
Oh, yeah.
Did they just message in the group? I think they did. Oh no, that was just Atim's
Me.
meme. Well, hopefully they'll come back. But I will say, throughout the day, while it's a lot more lively now within this little encampment,
Fucking hate you.
the first thing, especially you, Asim, you notice, well, the eerie silence kind of, again, isn't as noticeable with everybody around and being a lot of people. As it starts to get later and later, you're the first to notice that there is finally a breeze. And there's a wind that is starting to come, and you guys start to notice that as the night goes, that you don't notice as much if there is a lot of like animal and forest life, wildlife, but you start to notice this kind of wind is coming in. Yeah, they got kicked out and they're trying to get back in. Penguin just messaged me.
Oh. Restart Discord.
Yeah, we're trying to figure what's going on. Let's just lean over here so I'm still in the layout. Yeah, and you guys can spend your day. Other than that, there's nothing else that really happens. Do you guys do watches for the night, or do you?
I feel like we can just sleep. Like we can all just catch some shut eye together.
Okay.
Anybody else?
Some Z's, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay. And are you just putting up the dome?
Yeah, I'll still put up the dome.
Okay. I'll say a lot of them are fascinated by this kind of magical tent that you can make, essentially.
Makes sense.
And you guys all start to notice, as you guys are heading to bed, that the wind is getting stronger. And you can hear Amdrus being able to pick up here and there, as you guys are settling down, that there's kind of shouts of Orcish about the wings getting stronger, and they either need to figure out a way to tie down these tents stronger, or they're going to blow over in the night. And there's a bit of bustle as you guys are all kind of bedding down. And you guys in the dome, I don't know if I feel like the wind would start to cut through, and you guys can feel this wind, but it wouldn't be as bad as somebody that would be in a tent that, like, the tent can fly off, obviously. Like, your spell's not going to just fly in the wind.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Spell just flies away.
Yeah.
My dome! My unmovable dome!
My question is, do you guys go to bed? Or what do you do? Penguin's back!
Hey, Penguin.
Just to quick, it's all
We
good.
missed you.
To quickly
That's me.
catch you up, the day went by. You started finally, like, later in the day, started to notice wind was beginning. Like, the first thing, you didn't really notice a lot of wildlife, but wind begins to kind of pick up. By night, and you guys have the dome up and are heading to bed, you're starting to hear a lot, which Amdrus gets here and there, about the wind is getting stronger and stronger, and they're worried about their encampment blowing away in the night. So there's kind of this, like, people are kind of rushing back and forth and shouting over the wind, and the wind is starting to slightly pick up.
How crazy is sorry, not that. Their encampments, are they like tents or
Yeah,
whatever?
they're like high tents.
You're so crazy, man, with the wind. You're so crazy.
Could I help with, like, plant growth and, like, create some of the branches to extend and, like, hold some of their supports down?
Sure. Yeah, I mean, if everyone is willing to help out, Amdrus won't be able to leave the dome unless you want to recast the dome.
No.
All
Yeah.
right.
Because I was going to say before, as people would, or as the group would have been bedding down, I probably would have stayed out just to sort of enjoy the wind a lot more. So,
Okay.
and as I saw like them kind of getting a little bit more weary of their tents and stuff, I probably would just
Yeah.
go help out as well.
Okay. All right. Well, we're going to make this a fun skill challenge then.
Oh boy.
So, Zephyr, you're kind of seeing a lot of this. Your idea was first. We'll make you go first. Seeing this, you're going to try using plant growth to help kind of hold down everything. Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, basically the trees that are around, if they can like grow extra branches and kind of use that as weight to hold the
Okay.
supports in place.
Make a nature check for me. It was so great that we rolled this, because it wouldn't really affect you guys well in a dome, but it does affect the people you're around. So this is great.
17.
Sorry?
17.
17. Okay. As a lot of them are like trying to hold things down and tie things down, you can kind of come over, kind of using that. You would have to mark off the spell slot, but using that, being able to bring a lot of plants and vines and branches and everything to kind of tie everything and grip kind of everything into the ground, kind of pulling it more or weighing it down or tying it up, kind of everything. And a lot of them are pretty impressed. A lot of them are kind of great, but there's still a lot going on. So, who wants to go next? That team? You mentioned you were there.
Yeah.
Because I should probably change the music because I just realized it's very slow. Not going to do metal music, but what would you like to do to contribute into this skill challenge? What would you like to do?
I think what I would like to do is for the time that I'm like going around and helping, with my natural connection, redirect the wind to make it easier for them as they're preparing their sort of site.
Okay.
So that like the wind isn't working against them while they're trying to fortify.
Okay. Yeah, because you have that ability where you can redirect the winds, right? So make an Arcana check for me.
Dice really today? Right now? We've been on a good thing this entire night.
Oh no, what'd you get?
We've been on a good thing this entire 9.
A 9 will be a fail. As you're focusing and pushing, you realize the wind is really strong and you're trying to, but in like turning it a different direction, you're hitting somebody else. And it's helping in small bursts, but it's not helping nearly as much. And you can see some of the supplies go kind of flying off on those first few, trying to reach it and kind of just go scattering about, and a lot of them are like, shit, trying to chase around, trying to find them. Some of them just lost into the trees. All right, who wants to go next? You have 1 pass, 1 fail.
Well, I was gonna do what Zephyr did, but so it's not the same. What I was thinking is I will cast Wind Wall to make like a partial dome, like giving cover around, like in the direction that the wind's coming, so everybody will have some time to tie stuff down and just to like, yeah.
All right. I will say make a what would this be? We're gonna make this a religion check because your magic is divine.
Okay.
Makes sense to me.
24.
No, that doesn't make full sense, but that's fine. All right. Seeing kind of what Atium is doing and realizing, oh, I can kind of help with that. Being able to cast this wind wall, you're able to kind of block out a lot of that wind, helping people, a lot of people find and one of the tents were kind of almost kind of blowing off into this, and you're able to kind of stop it from flying, and they're able to tie it back down. So that is a pass. Now, Amdrus, you are stuck within the bubble. So, and Amethyst isn't here.
Well, I have an idea for her.
Sure. Okay.
Because she's got... Well, correct me if I'm wrong, because I just briefly read this. Mold earth. Could she mold any of the earth to kind of
Oh.
stabilize anything?
Okay. Sure, kind of, yeah.
Because it's all the difficult terrain.
Yeah, I mean, you can like loosen earth and make it difficult terrain. So I would say that, yeah, you could probably help with them as they're kind of trying to kind of like hammer down them, make it a little easier, and then like harden it over to make it more secure. Sure. I would say for Amethyst then, make a this is focusing on magic, so I want it to make it Arcana again, but we already did that. So
Charisma for her.
Earth bending a wall.
I was gonna say charisma for her.
I will say you can make an Arcana check, but it will be a higher DC because one was already used, or a survival check.
Amethyst,
We're gonna-
famous woodswoman.
I want to go with Arcana because she's expert in it.
Yes, she has a +9 in Arcana versus a +2, but it's a much higher DC because Arcana has been used. So
Alright.
it's up to you.
Well, you know what? We'll go with survival. I have
Okay.
no idea what the DC is.
This is true.
Should have gone with Arcana.
Oh no, what'd you got?
I got a natural 20.
Oh,
Probably could have made it.
Oh.
But either way,
Yeah, so
okay. So a natural 20. It counts as 2 passes. So I will say, which is great because Amdrus unable to do anything would count as a fail, unless he wanted to leave his dome. So, with the wind wall inactive and Atium slowly trying to like getting a better hang of like, oh shit, like every direction I go, it's gonna blow in something. So trying to work with people a bit better, and having you kind of focusing on the plants and Amethyst kind of running in, being able to solidify anything that you guys couldn't. I will say it takes you guys a good chunk of the night, but you are able to secure through use of literally almost all the elements except for fire. Is kind of great. I guess in water. I was thinking plants. But with wind and earth, where I was digging myself a hole here. You guys are able to secure the tents with minimal loss, as some of them look towards Atium, which is great.
can't do anything right anymore. It's
Yeah, no. And that is a success on the skill challenge, which they are very happy with. And as you guys are able to head to bed, you know that a few of the members will do kind of watches, keeping everything safe, so you guys do not have to. Yeah, I think with that, with a successful skill challenge, I think you guys are all, yeah, I think I'll have all of you make a perception check, but at disadvantage because you're all sleeping. So Zephyr.
Oh, hold on.
Sorry.
I have to coordinate my die. 11 for Zephyr,
Okay.
and what we just 5 for Amethyst.
Beautiful. Joe.
7.
7. Okay.
I'm sleeping good.
Yeah. Amdrus.
22.
22. Plus
How's
your feet.
heavy sleep work out?
Yeah.
So stupid.
It's because I fall asleep fast, but I can wake up in an instant. I can sleep anyway.
And you know.
Can you though?
I don't want to.
Asim, what'd you get?
19.
19. Okay. I will say, Amdrus, don't forget your feet gives you a -5 to that roll when you're sleeping. So it's a 17.
Sorry. Yeah, apologies. I forgot about the feet.
Yeah, it's all good. So with that, as you guys are sleeping, Atim, you are the one that wakes up in the middle of the night from a rumbling in the ground. And you felt this so many times, it wakes you up immediately. And then you hear kind of shouting in Orcish. You're not sure how long you've been asleep. What do you do?
I will go out of the bubble to see what's going on.
Okay. As you kind of step out, make a perception check, please.
25.
25. As you kind of step out, you can feel immediately like the wind is even stronger. But because of everything you guys have done, the encamp seems to be holding strong even through the harsh winds that are like they were pretty bad before, but they seem to be picking up more and more over the night. And you look out and it is pitch black out. Again, you're really not sure. And you look over and you can see there are two a half orc and a full-blooded orc are kind of firing off crossbows and shouting in Orcish, and you could feel that kind of rumble again, and it stops. And then one of them points that way and fires off into another direction that kind of the rumbling went. And you'll hear in common they say, it will just say, leave our encampment at once. We do not trespass on yours. You do not trespass at us or on us. And I will make actually a roll.
Hey, Aurora.
Yes.
I need to take my dog out.
Okay.
So I'm gonna step away for a second.
Okay, no problem. And you'll hear back in common. One says, "We have reason to believe you are holding deserters. Give them up at once." And you just hear laughter. It goes, "Huh. None of us would join you in the first place. Anyone in our tribe, anyone in our band, has nothing to do with you. This is your final warning." Do you do anything? Or do you just listen?
I am just gonna listen. I will cast comprehend languages though, but I'm just gonna listen.
Okay. You will hear in Orcish then. One of them say to the other one, just say, "Go get the chief. Him and his wife will deal with this much faster than we will." And the one kind of just says, "Are you sure to be out by yourself?" He goes, "It's fine." And the one kind of looks around and then rushes off and like makes eye contact with you as they kind of round kind of one of the tents. And you see that it is kind of this half orc woman that kind of looks at you guys, and there's a sense of like, don't say anything. She tells you to be quiet, and she heads into kind of the chieftain's tent, and you'll just kind of hear, Chief, I'm sorry to wake you up. You say, the elves are here. I think they're looking for our new friends. And you'll just hear like a kind of low like groan and like clearly like a blade being picked up. And you will watch as the chief and that human woman that was cooking with Amdrus kind of head out. And very quickly, Amdrus, you begin to start to wake up as well as you start to hear shouts in Orcish or in Common. A lot of swears, a lot of just get the fuck out of our place. I would like one of you two to roll, or each of you, sorry, to roll a d20 for me.
18.
18.
18.
Hey.
Okay.
18 with the 18. Let's fucking go.
As you're hearing these kind of like threats being thrown, you'll feel that kind of rumbling again, and you'll hear the human woman that says, you and your pet don't scare us. There are many more of us than you. Doesn't matter if you can dig into the ground, we'll bury you in it. And you get the sense that this is one of the burrow sharks. If you didn't already.
Yeah.
Is there anything you guys would like to do? As there doesn't seem to be much of a
Battle?
Yeah, there doesn't seem to be a battle, but there doesn't seem to be any progress, is what I was trying to think of, on either side. They both seem to be standing tall.
I think Amdrus is just gonna wait for action. Any signs of violence
Yeah.
from either party.
Okay.
Like I'm just gonna like hammer is drawn, hammer and scimitar are drawn, and like we're starting to like wake everybody up. Like,
Okay.
hey, get up! Like sit. Looks like it's about to go down. We need to ready up.
I'm just gonna keep watching.
Okay.
It's more like my head is out of
Yeah.
the bubble, and I'm just like watching, listening.
All right. All right. Make perception checks, and Joel, you start to get woken up. You can also make a perception check there.
There's a
Dirty
21.
20. Ooh.
Dirty 20, 21. Is that what I heard?
Mm-hmm.
And Joel, what'd you get?
22.
22.
Hey.
Hey, 20, 21, 22.
Let's go.
Kind of all listening, you can start to pick up more voices, and you can tell that there seems to be 2 burrow sharks, you think. Again, there's these 2 kind of scouts that were out, the chieftain, his wife, and somebody else you can start to hear that you didn't see go up, but you can start to hear another voice. I would like Amdrus, Atim, please roll another d20 each.
2.
Okay.
4.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh my god.
Um,
what is this?
As you hear them kind of starting to argue more, you start to hear less of a reply of from the burrow sharks. I know Atim, you speak Elvish. Do Joel or Amdrus, do you speak Elvish? I forget.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Atim, you would pick up kind of along with the wind here, kind of almost like riding to the wind to your ears. You can hear one of them say, head back and report. I'll make sure they don't advance. And you will all feel kind of that rumbling happen again as you notice one of the burrow sharks leave.
I'll turn back. One's going back to report.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
And do you guys doing anything?
I'm still waiting for any violence, like any
Yeah,
act
I
of
don't-
aggression.
The
Um,
best that we can do right now, not to immediately make there be a fight, is by us not doing anything,
Okay.
Yeah.
not confirming that their suspicions are true.
Yeah, exactly.
Are you staying quiet as well there, Joel?
Oh yeah, definitely. No, I'm not gonna give it away yet.
Okay.
But yeah, just like Amdrus, if anything pops off, I'm gonna
Mm-hmm.
as well.
Okay. Andrus, F team, I would like another D20.
Here we go. I don't know what it's for. 12.
I feel like it's the sway. 5.
5.
Fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Um,
Okay.
No.
I feel like we both failed that.
You'll hear in common, you'll hear the burrow shark kind of reply, goes, fine, you can have the night, but come morning, we will be here, and if we see anyone that is not of your tribe, human, half-orc, orc, we attack on sight. And the chief, or not the chief's wife kind of laughs and she goes, I'd love to see you try. See you in the morning. And then in Orcish, you'll hear them go, double patrol, keep an eye on. Any movement, even in the ground. Wake up everybody. And they all kind of scatter off. And it seems there is kind of a high tension calm, if you will. I would like all the three of you to roll another perception check for me.
11.
19.
11,
13.
11, 19, and 13. Atim, you would see one of the figures as you're kind of peeking out. One of the figures kind of walking up. Seems to be one of the half-orc woman that had seen you earlier, and is kind of walking towards you and is like watching behind her and kind of looking around until she gets up close to you and is like trying to get your attention, not
Yep.
realizing you're
Yep.
like half peeking
I'm
out.
like speaking out. So I'll
And you
make
can
my
see
way
her,
out
she's kind of like,
further.
I don't know how, do I knock? Kind of, she's like trying to like figure out what can she do.
It's just that scene from like My Hero
Hello?
Academia where Millionaire's like head just sticks
yeah,
out just a little bit.
out of the wall. Yeah.
Penguin just said their Ethernet cable just died and she has no internet. So
Oh
rip.
no!
So battle?
Okay.
We're going straight into a fight.
Yeah,
Right,
All
straight
right.
into a fight right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will. I will slink out a little
Okay.
bit more.
She just kind of goes, oh,
Apologies.
sorry. It looks like you were trailed. It seems they are looking for you. Clearly,
Okay.
they want to fight you just as much as you want to fight them. But the chief... Hopefully, we have dealt with it until the morning. So...
Oh. We appreciate your protection. We will do our best to, as discreetly, leave in the morning. I heard most of the conversation, so I'm
Oh.
aware of what they're looking for.
Well, lots of you have magic and tricks, so perhaps plan that in the morning. If you
Very
don't
well.
look like us, they will attack. And I'm sure they'll get more in the morning. So, be safe.
Noted. Thank you again.
Thank you. And she just kind of gives you like a half bow.
Mhm.
It's a little awkward. But she kind of like turns on her heels and heads back out to a watch. And I guess you would say that we'll make sure they don't come overnight. So rest while you have the chance.
Right.
And
Come back inside. All right. Yeah, we need to rest as much as we can, and then either we do what we did before. We hop into a lantern and fly out in some way. Maybe
Invisibly.
invisible. Yeah.
We
Um,
cannot let our decisions harm
No.
this tribe. Like, we have to
Absolutely
do
not.
whatever we can to not let them know, let them know we're here. We destroy everything we touch. We cannot destroy these people too.
Not when they were so kind.
No.
Right. So early morning then. We'll get cracking and no
Early
breakfast.
morning.
Before dawn?
No breakfast.
Like,
Yeah.
before dawn.
Whatever
Well-
mechanically allows us a long rest.
Again, you guys went to bed fairly early. You were interrupted because of the wind and that whole issue, but you get the sense you still have a good chunk of time. Maybe about like 4 hours of the dome at least.
Dome.
And you should hopefully have enough time. You'll be pushing it, but if you want to sleep until the dome
It wasn't like
goes
any of
off.
us took watches. So that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
exactly,
Let's,
yeah.
let's just take our sleep now while we can. Everybody all at once. That way, no one's staggered, and we'll
All right.
we'll have a go at the morning. I guess
All
I guess what we can do is Zephyr holds the lantern, Amethyst turns her invisible, so the lantern and Zephyr are both invisible, and then and then
Yeah.
flies
Zephyr will
away.
wild shape and fly away.
Will
invisible.
wild shape trigger the?
No.
No.
Because it's an ability.
It's an ability.
Perfect. Then yeah, let's do that.
All right. Okay. Well, you guys make a quick plan and head back to bed. You guys can all hit a long rest. And just as kind of you can feel that dome. That's totally okay, Bigman. Don't worry. Just as that dome is starting to disappear, and that wind hits you harder, it kind of wakes you up. And it's a bit of a chilly wind, but it's significantly worse in the morning. As you guys kind of get ready to do your plan, I would like somebody. You guys are like all proficient. I'll just give it to you. You don't think you'll be able to fly in this weather with how strong the winds are. This is getting to the point where there might be tornadoes. It would be very dangerous to fly.
Could you hold on? At time, could you like? Oh no, because you're gonna cast a spell and that's gonna trigger the invisibility. Never mind.
What?
I was gonna say, could you create like a wind wall around you and Zephyr to give you like passage for like an hour at least, just so we can get some distance from these people?
Hold on.
I mean, somebody could just be invisible and walk out of the camp. Really, we don't have to fly.
Yeah.
I would say normally yes, but these are burrow sharks with tremor sense,
This is something you do know.
Yeah.
so they'll feel us being like doot, 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 doot,
Mhm.
away from the camp.
Point.
Sorry that I rolled strong winds today.
It's all good.
But how about we do this, because Penguin isn't there. And
Yeah.
it's about time anyways. As you guys realize how windy it is, and have to quickly figure out a new plan or adjust the plan on the fly, we will end it there.
Oh, what a terrible place to end right before a month-long break.
Yeah. So
That's a good one. That's
as a repeat of our earlier announcements, the month of April we're going to take a break. We have so much things going on, and honestly, we didn't really have a break. Like last year, we had like holiday break, and this
December break.
Yeah.
Yeah.
one we didn't really.
I was thinking
do
the
it,
same thing.
but, it's
Because
been
at first
like
I was
almost a
sad,
year.
and then I was like,
Yeah,
That's
this
our
might be
first
kind of
break.
nice.
Our first
Also, give me
break.
time to procrastinate for longer, but also give me time to plan a bit more. So yeah, we will. If you're not in my Discord, make sure to jump in the Discord. You can set it so you can only get notifications when I talk about D&D, and I'll let you guys know what we plan. We might do some like one shots. We might do a mini little campaign. Try out
Yeah.
Pathfinder. Who knows? We don't know yet. But anyways, thank you all for joining us. I'm so sorry that Penguin, you had to leave. No, you're fine, Celeste. Don't worry. And yeah, we'll see you when we see you. Bye.
Bye.